Alright, y'all, welcome back to the Don't Be a Viking podcast. Yes, sir, Ski. Today I got three guests with me. I need y'all to introduce yourself by name, age, hobbies, whatever you do for fun, like any other little things you want to throw out there, and whatever you do as far as a job, for getting paid, whether you in school, whatever. So, name, age, hobbies, career.
Starting with me. All right. Well, hey, I'm Justice. Instagram handle just being Justice, all underscore. I'm 27. That sounds bad saying it
Now
out
you do
loud.
not look like you're 27.
I know.
Okay. Hold on. Wait, what age did you? Hold on, let me get my number. Don't say
That's
your
what I
number
just
yet.
asked him in the elevator, yellow brother. I was like, how old do you think I am?
Don't say your number yet. You already said you
He
already
already
told
told
her your
me,
number.
yep.
Hold on. Oh, you guessed it right.
Yeah, he guessed it right.
Let me see. I'ma
But I knew
say-
he was a baby. I was like, you look fresh.
You don't guess it yet. Let me get my number in my head.
What you mean? Don't guess it.
I
She already
got
told us.
said it.
mine. No, I'm saying what you would have said.
guessed.
So I got mine. What you would have said?
Like 25,
I
24.
would have said 25.
Yeah.
What you would have said?
I don't know. I would have said something younger. I thought she
Yeah,
was
I
like
play a
pushing
lot, so-
23. Like,
I be playing a lot, so a lot of people think I'm
yeah.
young.
Oh God.
Give me
What you saying though? Finish what you saying.
Yeah, 27. Almost up there to the dirty 30. I eat on camera for fun. I got my YouTube that I started up, a little mukbang going around Memphis, trying out all the little local spots.
That's what's up.
Job-wise, I just started a tent business, like an event planning business
Okay.
for like pop-up picnics. But until that blow up, I'm currently a dancer.
Okay.
Yeah. I be
Making it
shaking it for
happen.
some dollars.
Star. This your name, right? Star.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So.
This your real name? Or this
Nah,
like
that's
a,
not
I
my
was
real
like,
name.
damn, that cool as hell.
I look about to get
Hey.
it changed.
Oh,
Stay
that'd be
tuned. I'm
lit.
just playing. My real name is Tiara, but I'm known as Star. I got that name when I was in college, freshman year. So I'm a recent graduate from the University of Memphis. I'm 20.
Hello, wait.
Don't
What
even
you
say
I'm
got?
20.
No, wait,
I
wait.
ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
What you
nah,
gonna say?
y'all gonna say I
She
look
out.
old. Hold on. Go ahead.
Nah, hey.
I was
I sure didn't know whether it'd be offended or not because he got my age right. And I was like, hold on.
Hold on. I look like
I think
I
I
give
got
you
mine.
like
What's
22.
yours?
I would give her 23.
I was gonna say 23, 24. What is it?
Oh, I'm 22, so I was, I kind of forgot my age for a second. I don't know why.
After you pass 21, it don't matter
That's
no
your
more.
age.
Yes, bro. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, I'm 22. My hobbies, I pretty much, I'm still establishing them. I got some interest though. Like I like skating. I like, reading books and things like that. You know, I'm a little.
Like roller skating?
Would you
Or
Yeah,
ice
like
skate?
roller skating. I went to school for business management with focus in
Ooh.
HR and a minor in power management.
Drop out
What
quick.
type of
Same.
books you like
No
reading?
lie, I did.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think self-help, but kind of like inspirational, kind of
Okay.
like, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got into that from school, so yeah.
What type of like people you follow in that area?
I follow dope people that do it. I kind of want to have like a creative edge when I start out in my endeavors, like professionally.
Yeah.
Like I want to have that like swag added to it, the authentic route of it, rather
Okay.
than it just being like straight corporate.
So that's for hobbies. What you do as far as getting paid since
So
you finished school
getting
now?
paper, you know what I'm saying? Like I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I like to think
Hustler.
myself as a
Jack
hustler.
of all trades.
Yeah, so I used to creative direct on the side. I'm about to start my own podcast from
Oh,
my
that's lit.
job. I work create content for them and I strategize their marketing.
Okay.
So I just got put on
Okay.
there.
Almost
Shit
like their
sounds
PR.
so strategic, bro.
Basically,
But like
about
social
CEO
media
status
wise.
already. the way
yeah,
she,
like you know what I'm saying, like just helping them have more creative approaches to getting themselves out there because this is a really great organization for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, that's what I do.
All right, Mr. Alexander.
She made me seem a little like I'm lame. She said like her bag deep.
She gave a whole
But
resume.
nah, like, my name's Sir. That's my real name. Memphis know me as Sir the Barber now.
Yes, sir. Ski.
That's what
What's
I do.
up?
I cut hair. I'm a barber. That's what I
Yes,
do.
sir,
I'll
Ski.
be chilling. I'm 21.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I know who I am. Your
I
host,
don't know who you
VT.
The
Alright,
motherfucking Viking King.
Let me introduce myself. My name is VT. I'm 21. And shit, this is what I do. I do this. I do stocks.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim. like that's an interesting thing. Like people like, oh,
Look, you
what's
see
this?
her face? She like,
As
what's
soon
up?
as you said that, I was like, damn.
What's your thought process on it?
I just love me some pig booty.
Oh, and then at that,
I love pig booty noodles. That is my saying.
You
I
said
eat
noodles?
booty twice a
Pig
year.
booty.
Yes, on Christmas
Chitlins?
and Thanksgiving. Yes, chitlins.
crazy,
Yes,
crazy.
sure thing. I'm
Hey,
sorry. I
I'm from
apologize.
LA.
Like, I ain't gonna
That
lie. I
shit
used to
bogus.
fuck some pork up. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
cap. My favorite food was smoke sausage.
Man,
Okay.
but I'm trying. I literally just said about a week
A
ago to my
smoked
sister, I
sausage?
was like, I'm gonna cut out the pork and all that. I
See?
ate all the bacon and all the sausage in my house. I wasn't gonna throw it away, but I definitely said I want to do a different approach of not eating so much
Yeah.
pork.
Shit, what's some more shit about me?
Damn.
I like reading. I don't think my reading necessarily for fun though. Like I'm reading like for specific purposes
Same,
to learn
yeah.
on specific topics.
Yeah.
What else? Shit, they pretty much it. Shit, podcast, read, do stocks, business ventures. Shit, make pay. Shit, that's it. Alright, so look, this is the first question we're gonna get into. Should I say the one I said earlier?
Just throw it, just whatever come, let it flow, bro.
Alright,
Whatever
look.
you feel like.
This is the first question we're gonna get into. We're gonna let the women answer first, and then I'm gonna get your take.
No,
then I'm
that's
saying
cool,
my
that's
take.
cool,
Alright,
that's
cool.
cool.
So since we started that last time, we'll start with you next. What do you think is the important qualities if you was to list them that a dude look for in a girl? Like if you was just to name like a couple quick qualities, what's like, all right, these gotta be the main ones.
Out of a woman.
Yeah,
like,
that a
he's
dude will
seeking for me.
find. Yeah.
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I think about like I instantly go to nurturing.
Okay.
Just like the way that she carries like her hospitality, if that makes
Okay.
sense. Like
Yeah.
when you go out, like how y'all communicate, like even just in
Wait.
like,
What you mean? How you communicate?
like even when you first start like just communicating with them, like
Yeah.
how they approaches like a genuine like woman. I'm a very like southern oriented woman. Like
Yeah.
I have a rich ancestry of like strong women that were like authentic, like raised, like
Yeah.
homegrown type stuff. So it was always just like hospitality. Like that's the first notch. I don't know how that like
so
translates.
how is this hospitality going? Like, say your man come home from a long day, you gonna give him a massage, run his bath water type shit, or you just like how's this hospitality going? Because when you think hospitality, you would think like more of a stranger, like you being welcoming to.
Yeah.
So how would you show that hospitality towards your
to a man,
man.
or make that attraction like type of
Yeah.
So like and on
If that's not what you talking about, you ain't gotta answer it from my
like
from my
on a very basic level, just like when I came in, like, and I ain't like I haven't met you in person yet,
Right.
but came in, introduced myself,
Nah, for
trying to be
sure.
on time, trying to let, respect y'all's time and like
Right.
what y'all doing. That's like a genuine like moral based person. Like I think that should be the most off the rip thing.
I ain't gonna lie, let me clap both of y'all a little bit, cause y'all don't know how many niggas be
Hey.
late. What?
I would
Late,
like
don't
sit
say
on his
nothing.
leg.
Don't
they,
come
they
in.
spoke like first, like it wasn't like
Yeah.
Like
it was
introduce
like,
yourself
hi,
to everybody in the
so
room.
and so.
Yeah, so I give both of y'all kudos on that. On God,
Yeah,
man.
so
So many
hospitality.
niggas, I'm like, gee. Matter of fact, don't even come no more, cause just stay where you at.
Nah,
Yeah.
see, look, I was
It's-
only about like 6 minutes
Yeah,
late because
y'all
I was
straight. I
running
ain't
up the
tripping off
stairs.
that. Yeah, I ain't tripping off no shit
Yeah.
like that. I'm talking about niggas be like,
Yeah.
hey, gang, I'll be an hour late. What the gang? I done told you
Yeah,
about this
that's
shit 2
crazy.
weeks ago, gang. But
Yeah.
alright, so what else you said?
Hospitality.
Like this southern hospitality. What else?
Yeah, the way that she carries herself as a woman. So not even just like on a social media aspect, but like seeing her in person and getting that vibe. Like, does she carry a purse? Like, or if she doesn't, like, how does she carry like, around her important documents? Like,
So
not
what's
the
that like?
playback.
What you was saying? Like being organized.
Groomed, organized, prepared, just like, you're able to be more subtle and like
Okay.
present when you have like those like general qualities, just like as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got something else, or you gonna leave it at that?
Right now, yeah, cause I like.
Okay, that's great. Alright, what's your what qualities like you would name
That a
like some of the
man
top
will want?
qualities? Yeah, that like if he was just writing down his dream girl, what's some of
And-
the top first things he'll write?
Realistically, like I love what she said. But with a man, when they be like booty,
Booty.
ass, titties,
Mhm.
funny, submissive.
That's
like,
a boy.
Yeah,
That's not a man.
Not yet,
Because-
not yet.
I'm 27, so it's kind of like it's different within
Yeah.
the dating pool for me. It's like what a man wants or what they say they want but don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Can't
what
handle
I think, what they say they want, as somebody that they can be open and honest with, be able to share their feelings and emotions with, because a lot of men in today's society don't like talking about their feelings.
All right.
Definitely somebody that they can joke with, because I'm a very jokey person, so I know some
Ain't gonna lie,
men.
you probably just made that a jokey person. I'm gonna let you slide though.
Jokey.
I'm gonna let you slide though.
A comical person,
Damn.
little jokey joke.
Hat, Phil.
You done joked that nigga hat off.
Basically, joke his draws off.
Oh.
Joke his
Do
draws
your
off.
thing. Do your thing.
But yeah, and
Your flashlight on, Jamal.
realistically, I feel like they say that they want the nurturing and hospitable woman, but it's kind of like a lot of people in today's society, they look on the surface level.
Okay.
Kind of like you don't get enough time with people to see what qualities you want in that person. So I don't know what a
So you
man wants.
said-
That's why I'm single still.
You said
real.
nurturing, humorous. What else we say?
Big booty and titties.
Okay.
Body
You know,
yaddy.
at least in body yaddy
Appearance.
yaddy.
Body
All
yaddy.
right, now go with yours, sir.
But
Sir?
shit, what I
Uh-oh.
want in a woman?
Yeah, what you wanted in a woman.
Damn,
I
shit.
hope not what you wanted in a nigga.
Nah, see, look, you playing. Nah, I thought you was gonna change it. Like what I want to, like just change the
Yeah,
question.
let's
to
hear it
Yeah.
from a
me, but
man's
nah,
view now.
From a man's view, it's like
Like if you was to go
I
in
can't-
any one of them, what would be like? All right, let me make sure I'm checking these boxes. Like,
Okay,
what
yeah,
would be
like
the
your
boxes
check
you would go
boxes.
for?
shit. Like you said, just on how you present yourself as a whole. Just off your presentation will let me know, like, yeah, nah, I'm straight. And y'all know how that is. Like, it's like when dudes try to holler at y'all. You probably, I don't know, for the most part, I'm thinking like a woman, hey, if you be like, excuse me, love, something like that, it would catch your attention compared to them be like, hey,
Hey,
Nah, for
Hey.
real.
Nah, even excuse me, love
Like,
scared me. Excuse
Man,
me,
Yeah,
love.
you
Like,
when
no.
you call me love, it's like a trigger. Like
It's
back
like a
up.
trigger. That's all. Back up.
up.
well, shoot. Okay, I see that.
It depends on
But
the
what's the
setting.
trigger,
Forget,
though? Why is it
forget the
trigger?
tone. It's the setting.
Well,
Like if
what-
I'm at
Give
the
me
gas
a setting.
station,
gas
leave me
station,
alone.
hollering at you
Nah,
at the gas station.
nah,
because-
it's- it could be
Not even that,
anywhere.
It's
It
just
could be-
like
you could-
being respect. If I don't know
yeah.
your name,
I don't want to be like, hey,
Like-
shout it.
You just
But that's
like,
all we hear
excuse
too
me.
is excuse me, love. Excuse
Nah,
me, love.
yeah, the excuse me getting
Miss
me too. I be
Lady.
like, all right, fool, gone.
Everything get y'all lad.
It's so
Okay,
repetitive.
Before I answer, what do y'all prefer then? If you wouldn't prefer to hear love,
Hold on,
would
no. We gonna ask them what
Okay,
after, because
okay.
Yeah,
that's
'cause
gonna
he
tie
need-
into
yeah.
why I'm asking this
Okay,
question.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking for qualities, as in like you said, how you hold yourself.
No,
up.
no, not what you looking in for them. Like, what would you? How they answer? Like, what a dude want? You answer what a girl want.
From a guy.
From a guy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Shoot,
What do you
y'all
think
know
us
this
women
one:
want?
a provider, protector, someone who got some damn money.
Some money,
That's right, money. Really, just someone that can. Anyone you can feel vulnerable around. Like, everybody wants that feeling. So being able to be yourself, your true self at that, and not have to hide anything, just be you. Like you said, you like to joke. So that's just, just being who you, look at her. Just being who you are at all times, and having that one person accept you for who you are. And I think that's truly what most women would be looking for.
Okay.
I was
Now,
gonna give him to Steve Harvey. Good answer. Good answer.
now, my answer would be like much of the same.
Yeah.
We think much alike. So if I was to put it in my own words, I would say be able to support her if needed be, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I would say be knowledgeable enough where she can trust you. Like, say if she going through
yeah.
whatever
I
she
forgot to add
going
that.
through, she would want a man who she can run to if need be. If she do feel like, nah, I can handle this little situation on my own, then it's cool. But if it's another situation, she like, damn, I might need some advice, I might need some guidance, I might need some help. She
Yeah.
would want her man knowledgeable and capable enough to help her with whatever burden.
Leadership,
She-
top
yeah.
leadership.
Yeah.
So,
that's what-
Shit, what else I add in there? I put just don't be a bogus ass nigga. Like I don't think no female will want, even if she respect him, no female will want a nigga that other niggas and people don't respect. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
you been out here doing bogus shit, so she just met you. She locked in with you. She like, I fuck with you. You a solid nigga. You go around everybody else. These niggas horn you. These niggas don't respect you. These niggas don't want to hang out with you. You feel me? And she picking up how other men and other grown women treat you. She like,
yeah.
damn, guy, you must be a bogus nigga in some type of way. So just be a stand up nigga. So
For real.
I'ma say before we comment on y'all responses, how do y'all feel about our responses? Start with her response, then go to my response. Like, just what would y'all? How do y'all feel about these responses? Is these responses enough to get y'all?
I feel like it's the typical Tinder and Hinge responses, you know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, they
I
ain't
hear
really
it all
give
the
it
time.
raw.
Like, somebody I can fuck with, somebody that I can chop it up
Nah,
with.
yeah,
cool
definitely.
With.
But I mean,
It's-
So do
It's
you
about
think we
action.
said anything?
It's about action at
no,
this
no, no.
point.
I know that. I'm not saying just because we said that we just the most solid niggas. I'm saying
Now-
We
it's
are.
the shit we gave good answers.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
You
definitely.
heard, I
Like
was
it.
satisfied. Look, I can tell you, bro, so much on like just the bogus nigga part, like
Yeah.
all the unattractive things, like this real aspects. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a person that immediately like start looking after somebody else's pockets. Like honestly, that's just like a comfort. Like that's somewhere I have to grow with somebody.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I just don't want nobody in my pockets, and I don't definitely like dipping in everybody else's pockets.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
it's-
it's just like the bogus junk. Like
Yeah.
it's immediate turnoffs. Like for
Yeah.
real. So yeah.
All right, now, sir, like, what you feel about their answers?
Nah, the answers was except for what she said, but the answers
did I
was
say
solid
that
for
wasn't
sure.
good?
Right. Like what
The booty titties like
bro.
like, and it's like I get it, but not like just me being a nigga. I done met so many men. Like I said, that's a boy's mentality. Like like someone who's genuinely looking for someone is looking for more qualities than just, oh, you got some ass and titties, you know.
And
So
let me piggyback on it. I feel like, damn, nigga, how your flashlight keep coming on? How your flashlight keep coming on?
Not the crowd.
on guy in there waving and shit.
But I often say, what I add on with what he said is like, that will get a dude attention. See, there's a lot of things females confuse. Like a female will confuse what grabs a man attention versus what grabs his respect and
His heart,
sustains
like,
him.
grabs his
yeah.
heart, yeah.
That's well
So if you see a girl, fat ass titty, duh, you gonna look. You see what I'm saying? Duh, you gonna like the
Yeah.
picture or whatever. You might slide up or whatever just to fuck. But this not a girl that you will be like, damn,
I
I want to
want
make this
her,
girl
like,
mine. You don't want this. You want to fuck
Yeah.
this girl. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that one.
that's why you said what you said, because you looking at it like, let's say 10 niggas right here. And a bad ass, I'm talking about, she coming out the house like ass out. Like she barely got pants on, goddamn. You gonna see all 10 of these niggas look at her. So
Yeah.
from your perspective as being a female, you gonna be like, okay, men want that. No, that grabs men attention. But men don't want that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like he said, the only type of niggas that don't want that is niggas who ain't been getting no pussy.
Ooh.
And niggas who just childish in the mind. A nigga
Yeah.
who then
An established man is not looking
yeah,
for that.
not saying like he got 100 bodies, but a nigga who done got experience with women, like, bro, you past that phase, like, oh shit, she a 10, bro. I personally don't give a fuck about 10s no more, cause like all the 10s I had, I don't got them no more. Why? They
And
probably got a
they
bad
be
attitude.
lame as
They-
hell. I'm not gonna lie.
They probably got a bad attitude. They probably unloyal. They probably thoughts. They probably hang with all the thoughts. They probably do this. That. Bro, I don't care about you being a 10 no more, cuz. Like, a 10 do get my attention.
It
I'm
be
not
like
going to
that,
sit here and
though.
count.
A lot of teens don't have a lot of substance.
That's what I'm saying,
They
because
don't have personality. They
it's
think that
rare.
they just
They don't
sit
need
there
it.
and they
You
just
get like a beautiful
they
woman.
don't
who
need
got
it.
It's like,
sex.
no, it's not that they don't need it. They've never
Had
They
to
never
work
were
hard to
raised.
they didn't
use
have
it.
to get it. Yeah.
Like, check this
Nah.
out. Say I got a 7. This 7, whether she gonna admit it or just subconsciously, she know that she's a 7.
Yeah.
So say she might be able,
like, wait, hold on.
she might be able to say, all right,
Hey, I could agree. You
Like,
gotta
she
be able
knows
to know
she's-
your balance.
she
I
might be
know.
able to say, look, I'm talking to this nigga, right? And something not going well between me and him. She'll be more likely to say, what can I do to self-improve to help the relationship?
Right.
The 10 is going to say, I'm a
I don't
bad
need this
bitch.
nigga.
She gonna put all the blame on him. I'm a
Yeah.
bad bitch. I don't
I
need this shit.
I can
No, 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 no.
agree with to a certain extent, like when it come down to
It's like he's saying
how you-
sevens are humble.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like the
Sevens are
ugly,
more
the ugly
willing
people gonna
to-
be the
No.
right acting one.
That's
Nah,
even
like,
like
Sevens
me.
are more willing to like be adjustable. You see what I'm
some
saying?
of
Nah.
them, some of them.
Okay.
No,
I'm
the
saying-
super ugly hoes, they don't count because look, like I'm not even trying to be funny. No, look, I'm not trying to be funny. The super ugly hoes got a barrier up.
That go for
They
me
know
too.
they
I
know
don't
that
like
they're
calling people
ugly,
ugly, but-
so
They
they
use what they-
purposely got this cocky attitude to blame that on the reason why they're not attracting to me the men that they want
But
to
that go
attract.
for men too. Men can
Yeah.
be a good strong 7, and you think, and I even said it like I want to date an ugly nigga, so that way you will understand and respect me, and be like, shit, yeah, nigga date
I
a
don't know.
10, or in my best case a 7. If I date a 3 and I'm a 7, that's gonna boost their head up where they like, oh, okay, I know I'm that person, I'm popping or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like, even if that person knows that they're 7 at best, it's like you can't humble a 7 either.
I
Yeah.
just feel
7s
like
ain't even gonna be
it's-
humble.
Well, it's hard to humble women, and that's only
Yeah.
because
With a dude,
if you
how
was a
said-
3,
You
it's
think you the
million,
shit.
it's million niggas that's gonna still hype your head up, not because you fucking bad
They
or
just
you
wanna
got all
fuck.
these qualities. They just wanna fuck.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they will tell you all this gaslighting shit. They will even trick. They'll spend money. They'll do all
Write you
this
paragraphs, all
dumb,
this
whack
shit.
ass shit.
You
that
right?
you would-
Because I know women out here doing it to 3s on men.
Exactly.
Like-
it's very few.
And we
that-
gonna get to that.
It's
in a
very
minute.
few,
Oh,
and
God.
those are only the women who, like I said, established and they just might be just having a good time. It's like, okay, it's a group of niggas. I'ma just whatever, have fun with all of them. It's like even the 3 gonna get something tonight just because I'm lit over there. You know, it's women
now,
like that.
Say this. All right, Sir said he fuck with y'all answers minus the body shit. My comment on y'all answers, I ain't gonna cap. I don't think damn one of y'all hit the spot, but I'm gonna explain why. Yeah, both y'all hit the spot when y'all said nourishing, like being somebody who can like pour into their dude. Like when y'all touched on it, it's like, all right, cool.
Nurturing too is like cooking, cleaning,
Yeah,
taking
like
care of the
y'all
house.
took y'all
Not
touched
just
on
it's
it.
just even how you care.
Yeah, like
just
the nourishing.
care.
I will count that as far as like anything. Like let's say
That's
I'm
top.
having a conversation with you,
Yeah,
and like you
like,
just
you
like
just
really engaged,
present, like, you just wanting to
Like
pour.
all that
That's
shit
all
is
you wanna
nourishing
do.
because like I feel like I'm getting revived when I talk to you. You feel me? So
Yeah.
all this shit, like, y'all hit on the head with it. But the other shit y'all said, like the looks, I would agree with that too. The humor, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with that.
Because
For
I
sure.
can't
Gotta
be
have
with
fun.
somebody that I'm making laugh all the time. Like
Yeah.
I love making motherfuckers laugh.
But make me
But if you
laugh.
can't make me laugh, I don't want.
Like what I say y'all missed, I think for one y'all missed like loyalty. Like that's a big thing. Like if a
Oh.
nigga feel like his girl can be in a room full of 100 billionaire niggas and a nigga can't even look at his girl, like if he feel that type of comfortability with her on the loyalty tip, he sold. Like
I just didn't speak on that because right
Guaranteed.
now at this point
I don't know why.
I don't
left that out.
believe in it right now. And it's not even that I don't believe in being loyal. It's like most men. That's why I'm single is
Yeah.
because men are not loyal. So that's why I couldn't touch
we,
on the
we,
base
we can
because
talk
it's
on
like,
that if you
And
want
that's
to.
what
We
I
can
was
talk.
gonna say.
like,
we-
of course,
we can talk-
everybody, not just men,
because-
everybody wants loyalty. But
Right,
in
right.
today's age, a lot of men don't give a fuck about loyalty. As long as you come through when I call you, as long as you're available when I want you
And
to
that's
be
because
available.
women have programmed us that way.
Yeah. But hold on. Let me finish this point. Loyalty, y'all missed it.
Yeah, boys.
Y'all missed
Financial
nah,
stability.
the dudes don't give a
He
fuck
said
about
that.
that.
Some
we
dudes
don't-
do.
We
No,
don't
no,
give
no, no.
bogus,
It is
I ain't gonna say
dudes.
bogus niggas because I know some
But-
financially stable niggas that care
Them,
about that.
where is
Most
it at? Them
niggas-
50-50 niggas. The
Yeah.
ones they be like, y'all gonna go 50-50.
And like I said, is and the reason we have those type of men is because women have programmed us like that.
Yeah.
It's everything that y'all can find is what would you call it? Like a red flag or
Like, this is
something
the
that's
new standard.
uninteresting in
Yeah.
a dude. That's like it's like a turn off to y'all. It's because y'all, not y'all, but women have programmed men to respond in those ways.
So-
like
Hold on.
And what I mean
Y'all
by that-
ain't let me finish the goddamn point.
Oh,
Yeah,
goddamn.
okay,
Wait
go
a
ahead.
goddamn minute.
Because it's a
goddamn.
lot. It's a lot
So,
with that.
A,
It's getting heavy.
like I said, nourishing. B, loyal. C, submissive. but we gonna actually dive into what submissive mean. Like you saying no, but
I
we
ain't
gonna
say no.
we,
I just was,
we gonna
you
we
know.
gonna
Yeah.
dive into it because say if I got like I got a certain amount of morals, standards, and belief I stand on. That's how I get with this girl. And this girl is super unwilling to learn anything other than what she's already been taught. That's a turnoff. Gee, I don't want you in my life. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I'm not even finna try to persuade you. Like, these the morals I stand on. Let's talk about it. Like, let's conversate. You see what I'm saying? Let me explain to you why I feel the way I feel. Like, I'm not gonna just say, hey, babe, this shit I stand on, get with it or get gone. Nah, we gonna talk about it. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
we gonna really pick each other brains, see where each other at. I'm gonna prove to you why I stand on this shit, and I'm gonna prove to you why this shit is the way it is. And after that, if you just unwilling to adapt and you hard in whatever state you came in, gee, that's straight. You not that's another quality that needs to be there. You need to be open and willing to adapt. You see what I'm saying? Like if you just stuck in your ways, unless these ways is 100% correct, baby, you gotta go. Like I don't know too many grown men is gonna tolerate that. You feel me? Like that's a little boy mindset. Yeah, baby, whatever you come with is straight, and I just be on a completely different page, and we can still make this work. No, we gonna be 100% compatible. Well, baby, you can do it. So what else? Open-minded, willing to adapt. I'ma say.
Oh, yeah, he got a checklist. Like y'all gonna be
Oh,
seeing
God,
for the
like,
minute.
it's
This is
wrote
just that's the
down to the
normal
T.
BT. Like this
Yeah,
ain't
like
nothing- he not making this
yeah,
up.
this shit not
He
for the
literally
podcast,
is
cuz.
literally like
I'm ready to get my checklist
his
out
list goes.
Like, nah, I feel like this. I checked everything right. Loyalty, open-minded, and willing to adapt. Submissive. Oh, none of that like super argumentative shit. Like,
Oh, okay. So can you say like conflict?
yeah,
Combative.
Like
combative.
solution
Yeah,
oriented.
combative.
Yeah, like
not
if
necessarily.
you disagree with something, baby, let's talk about it. You start
Yeah.
raising your voice, cussing. Hey, what the fuck? Go wherever the fuck you just came from. Like, cause look,
I feel
If-
like
if a
men
nigga-
should be able to like, if you love somebody or if you can see, because women we are very emotional.
Right.
We get emotion. So
For sure.
instead of trying to cut women off and be like, man, nah, I ain't trying to deal with all that or whatever, be open
okay,
or willing to be like, well, calm down, or don't even say calm down. Let me.
okay.
Don't calm down. Just, baby, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it as in, like, try to be more communicative to help them understand instead of, because most men that I've ever dealt with, if I get upset and they're like, nah, that's just how you taking it. That's just how you think. That's your fault.
Alright, let's
I
put it
gotta
like
be
this.
more
Hold
open.
on. Let's put it
we
like
can
this.
Pick on that though.
Say and me and you together, and a random nigga say here a random nigga, me and you walking, he come behind you and smack your ass.
Oh, you got to punch him. No.
Exactly. You would like if I don't do that, you would break up with me.
I'm going to do it. If you don't do it, I'm going to do
After
it.
we get back home, you still not gonna be pleased with me. You can be like, damn, you a bitch.
Nah.
You not the nigga I thought you was.
Nah.
So
That's false.
I would have been
Yeah,
like,
that's-
baby, you
that's
saw
false.
that?
Literally,
You
when
saw
I
that?
said protector, y'all jumped when I said a
Yeah,
protector.
so
Y'all
Nah,
was
for
like,
real.
yeah.
she just
So-
don't want to say the wrong answer. We understand.
It's
we
just-
understand.
I don't
But
know.
look,
So it's
like,
like,
let's say,
and then
But I
y'all
can
also
understand
said,
some women want men to
Okay.
be assertive or whatever. Now,
Right.
if you know your man, that's another thing, how they're supposed to know they man.
Yeah,
If
right.
you know
And
that he ain't
then-
finna do
But
that,
you
then you
would've-
shouldn't
let's-
would've
expect
hold on,
him.
never been put in that situation.
let's say, oh God, he told you,
We can
baby,
talk,
I
that's
do
when
this,
you're supposed to
da, da, da.
talk about it.
Also, y'all said y'all don't like bogus niggas. So if you,
That's a
like you
bogus
said,
nigga
that's
quality.
A bogus nigga
But
quality.
I ain't say that. I like a little
that's bogus
lame.
that he would even attempt to do that.
No, no,
while
you're-
walking
That's
with
bogus
you.
on your.
on your
Let's
dude.
get this understood.
Men are
One
always
of the
shiners
best
left and right
one of the
everywhere.
best ways your dude to show you I love you is that masculinity part of baby. Like out of the love, like no funny shit. I would die for you if need be.
Okay.
Like that's why the niggas on the fucking what's that movie, the Titanic? What did they
Yes,
do? Put
that's
the
close.
kids and women on the boat.
On
Yeah,
the
that's
boat,
respectful.
right,
That's
right.
love.
That's respect. Yeah.
That's
And it's
love.
not
That,
even
as a
just-
man, that's
yeah.
how I will 100% show my love for you. Times get hard, the fucking boat is sinking. Fuck, nigga, I want to live too. You think I want to live? But out of love, you and the kids, y'all get on the boat first, and after y'all get on the boat, then I'm gonna try to
If
figure out
I
alright,
got-
how the
yeah,
fuck,
yeah, yeah.
But if
So
somebody
if
smack
this
your
nigga-
booty,
if this-
Let's go back
no,
to
that's the
smacking
ultimate disrespect. You are. Then it's not like you by yourself.
Yeah.
This nigga see I'm with you.
Exactly.
And he
It's a
walk up
challenge.
smack
But
your
that's
ass.
what I'm
If he
saying.
do
like,
that and
that's,
you-
that's a different type of
It's
like.
a challenge.
If your
though.
man don't do shit, I don't give a fuck what y'all saying.
No,
If
I'm
your
just
man
saying,
don't do
it's
shit,
just
your man a
hard.
bitch.
Like, cause I don't know. I guess for me, I guess my natural instinct, I don't like. I'm very protective too. I have a very protective like mentality about like people I'm with too. So I don't want nobody to try him just as much he don't want nobody to try
Right.
me. But in that type of
I'ma handle it
situation,
before
I
he
wouldn't want
even-
him to be violent, like to a certain like to a
But
highest level. But
it's-
it's
Hold on,
just
hold on,
like,
hold on. Let her finish. What would
that's
you
a-
want him to do?
That's a crazy
You
ass
you
situation.
you with him, I come smack your ass. What would you want him to do?
Shit, I mean, like, of course I want him to react, but damn, like, I just can't say like, oh, babe, blow
Oh,
his
it's gonna be a
ass off.
reflex
Like,
on me. I'm
not
turning
blow his
around
ass
and
off.
I'm instantly
react
bopping.
like what? Because if he get the woofing, I'm gonna knock him the fuck out while he talking. So his
So then,
best
what
option
if
is
the
to
man
just hit.
can't fight, or he just like not like that? Like,
You wouldn't
then
get with
what?
that nigga. You wouldn't get.
but
All right,
it's, every man is not built like
let-
that.
let's
Exactly.
go
And
with-
if you know that your man can't fight, then y'all don't need to be
Let's go
upset
with the nigga she
about
trying
it.
to build. Let's go with your scenario nigga. If you get with a nigga who has never been in a fight,
Not
he
never
is
been in
lacking
one, but
multiple qualities, like not just
He
a
don't
couple.
even have fight or flight instinct.
Yeah.
Then
like-
I don't think she should be allowed to get upset then. If she knows, like you
That's
just
what I'm
said,
saying.
if she
Certain
knows
people
that he's not a
know
fighter,
No,
they're-
but I'm saying
Then it's
she
kinda
won't-
like, babe,
she
shut up
won't
and drink
get
your
with
drink.
this nigga.
Disqualified.
Like
It's just
this type
like-
of nigga, more than likely, he lacks bravery. He lacks authenticity, because the type of niggas that get into fights is the type of niggas that can
Stand on shit.
face confrontation. Niggas that can't face confrontation are followers. That's the bogus niggas
Right.
you was just talking about you don't
That you
like.
don't like.
So if your nigga never been
That
in a
is a
fight,
true
he
point,
don't
though.
know how to handle confrontation.
But
Not
you're
even
right.
physical
Right.
confrontation.
But
He don't know how to handle
emotional
any
confrontation.
confrontation.
Yeah,
that's
that's
So
true.
so I would say that type of nigga that you saying, like in that scenario,
Is a
you
coward.
wouldn't even be with
Yeah,
that nigga
true,
in the
true,
first
true.
place. The
True.
type of nigga you just said you would like to be with, the not bogus nigga, is the type of nigga that's a masculine nigga that know how
No.
to, whether
don't
it's
play that
verbally,
shit.
Look, can I
whether it's
interject?
articulate.
Why?
No.
Why is this nigga that don't know how to fight bringing me somewhere where it's going to have to possibly be?
Well,
We gotta
I'm
fight.
just saying,
It
that's
could be
such an out of the
anywhere.
box,
It could be
like,
right
it's
now.
not
It could be
outlandish,
right
I
now.
guess.
As
But
you
no.
just walked up here with Jeremiah,
Right.
Okay,
damn,
well,
she look
but-
good.
I'ma react before I get a
Just in
chance for my man.
general.
If I'm with my dude or whatever, and somebody slap my ass, I'm not
Do
going
you
to
think you
instantly
can
like.
react well against a grown man?
I'm not gonna turn around and look at Bay. It's going to be for
He
for
gonna have
one
to
a
hold
flex
it
an
back,
instant,
'cause, like,
and
what's going
then
on?
whatever
Like-
he do, then proceed to follow.
Okay,
even
nah,
if-
let's go
But
with
that's
it.
what I'm saying. From
Let's
my
say-
point of view, I'm not finna get upset because I'm gonna react before I get a chance
Okay,
to
let's
look
say
at
you
Bay.
react and you hit dude. Do you really think that's gonna go well? You just hit a grown ass man?
Well, do you think it's
And-
really gonna
and
go
your
well?
I'll-
with a woman that you
145
don't
pound
even know?
body?
I was definitely say 152. Just to be clear.
That man is gonna fuck you up. So now, after he
Oh my
fucking you
God.
up, if your nigga just stand there,
Then that's when I would be mad if I get fucked up. But for one, I'm gonna defend myself. I ain't gotta expect my man. I'm not a damsel in
no.
distress.
Like,
but I'm saying like
that's a conversation I had with another girl on the podcast.
that's the
I
consequences
would
I'll
not
take.
even advise my sister, daughter, or nothing to hit another grown man.
But it's a reflex. You can't stop a reflex.
You better
But yeah,
fucking
if
think
you-
about
it's-
it.
it's
if somebody
It
come up
is
behind you
personal
and,
space,
and damn near
It's
like
only
put you
a
on your booty
reflex
or
if
whatever,
you're
what you
not
gonna
thinking.
do?
It's only a reflex if you're not.
If
thinking.
That's
a
what
girl
I'm
come
saying,
up
though.
behind you or
Somebody
whatever
naturally invades
and
your
pat you
space,
on your
like,
booty,
that's-
if a girl
that's
squeeze
cause
you
to
on
do
your
whatever
booty,
you
what you
feel
gonna
is
do?
natural.
I don't-
Also,
Would you gonna look at your girl and expect her to do it if a girl come up
I'm
behind
a
your man
man.
and
That's
just
different. I'm a
That's
man.
not
I
different.
would handle that.
You want her? You want me
No,
to
I
look
would-
directly at her and just smack the shit out of her?
Nah, I wouldn't want that.
I would have been like, it's good.
See,
huh?
that's the thing.
You
As a
did.
man, as a man, I wouldn't want my woman fighting
Yeah.
at all.
That's
Nah.
what.
Yeah.
That's what I.
That's
That's
not
the point of
cute.
view I'm coming from.
But-
Like I don't like
right.
that.
But,
But
the
as
nigga
a
you describing is a
man-
bitch,
No.
though.
But this is the thing. No,
oh my
look,
god.
as a man,
So I don't
okay.
want him in that type of position.
I don't even
Right.
want to be in
No.
that type of
That's what I'm saying.
setting
We
for one.
wouldn't
I don't
even-
want my
like, That's
man.
why it's so out of box for me because like somebody coming up to me and touching my literal ass,
Right.
like touching my body. I can walk past a lot of people and they be like, "Ooh, damn, she cute, she fine,
Right.
whatever." But touching me is like a whole nother. I try not to even give off that you can look at and just touch me.
Right.
Like,
But that's the
but
thing.
I don't know. Like,
Why
I
are
wouldn't
we
want
in
my
that
nigga to just set
setting
it
is
off
what
in the
I'm
middle of
trying to
nowhere
figure
because I
out.
also don't want him to be
I'm
touched.
gonna speak on that.
Go ahead.
She said, "Why are we in this setting?" As a man, every day you walk out the house, you are challenged. Even without a woman, you are challenged by other men. It's just a fucking. It's nature.
It's
Like,
a
how you
masculine
see,
thing.
How you
That's
see
between
animals.
y'all.
How you see animals
Right.
do. It's what animals do for whoever they're trying to mate with.
Yeah.
They would dance off. It's a dance off.
Men
It's a standoff.
compete.
They compete.
you
Y'all
know
naturally
animals
do
know.
that.
Hold on, hold on,
Like,
let her
why
finish,
y'all
let her finish, let her
think
finish.
like that?
Let her
Like,
finish.
and that's what
It's
that toxic
not-
masculinity.
It's testosterone.
Okay.
And that's what it's what it goes goes on. It's men. Same with women. How y'all say, why do y'all do that? Why are y'all so emotional?
I
You
mean,
see,
It's
I
just the
guess
way
I
you
get
are.
what you're
the way
saying.
you are as a woman.
Yeah.
So now back to what you were saying. As you say, why would we be in that setting?
If you know that your man is a bitch.
right. If you know that your man is a bitch, why would you be in that
Jesus.
setting? Now listen. Do you like to stay in the house 25/8?
No,
If
that's
I
not.
no,
Wait,
but that's
just-
the
just
point.
say
I
yes or
don't.
no.
I don't.
No, right.
But don't take me to no
No,
club.
right.
I
No,
know.
it don't have
No,
to be
it's
a
not
club.
a club.
Now
You
listen.
could be in
So we
here.
had a
No.
paint and sip class, and
Look.
somebody just
Smacked
randomly.
your
Look.
ass.
I don't understand
don't
y'all
think
Men
scenarios
are
now.
that, you have this is what
If somebody's
you have to
mentally
realize.
unstable in this
No, this
situation,
is what you have to realize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Everywhere
out
you
of the
go,
box.
you never know who's around you.
I'm a dancer
right?
though, so I
Right,
can't
right.
I can't just really just say like, oh, it's not gonna happen because I mean I get my ass slapped
That's-
every night when I go to work.
That's as a dancer.
But when I'm outside of
No, we're not
now
saying
working-
this is definitely gonna
No,
happen.
no.
We just saying in the
It's just a
likelihood.
But if it
Right.
does happen,
you
that's
can
why I
do
said,
another
like,
scenario. Though.
Nah,
let's
look,
let's
check
do a
this
different
out.
scenario. More
This
like
the whole,
lower
this the
You
whole
gotta do a
point.
different scenario,
This
'cause
the
like I
whole
said, it
point of
just
everything.
depends,
'Cause
'cause
y'all
I'ma
like get
react.
wrapped up in the scenario.
I'm
Fuck the
sure,
scenario.
like-
This the bottom line of it. It's like, to answer the first question, the qualities that y'all missed.
A protector.
Like this is why I feel like y'all said we answered y'all, like we answered the question for y'all well, and this is why y'all missed some things on our end. As men, you have to learn women to date. Like you have to get a little knowledgeable on women if you want to be a ladies' man. If you just want to be a nigga that never get his dick wet, hey, do you? But if you want to be a ladies' man, you have to know women to a certain extent. As a woman, you don't.
But it depends
Y'all
on
don't
what
have to know
women.
men. No. All women. Y'all don't have to know men at
But there's a
all.
lot of different
'Cause it
women
can
out
be,
there.
Hold on,
I-
hold on,
I-
hold
I
on,
just
hold
see
on,
a
hold
lot
on.
of
Wait,
different women out
That's
there.
why he's saying
Hold
that
on,
because
hold on.
there's a lot of women. You have to get knowledge on.
It can be a woman that has a terrible attitude, that has none of the traits I just said. It can be a woman that's not attractive. It can be a woman that's not feminine. And it can be a woman that's annoying as shit. Guess what? She still got 100 niggas in her DM. So
No cap.
what I'm saying is she don't have to understand men to get men. All she has to do is exist as a woman, and men gravitate towards you. As a man, that will never happen. You have to
Become something.
not even become something. You have to have some type of way with a mouthpiece. You gotta have charisma. You gotta have something going in a woman's favor to get women. So that's why, if I would ask this question to 100 women, most women, when I say most, I don't just mean 51%. I mean like 70% plus.
You've actually written this down?
multiple
This data.
from the women I
I
interviewed
want real
so far.
statistics. I need numbers since we can
From the
get.
women I interviewed so far, and from other interviews I've watched, most women will miss multiple different qualities. Why? Because as the fish, you don't have to understand the fisherman. The fisherman just throw his shit in and just it's the fisherman job to understand the fish, to understand what bait to put on. Da 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 da. Y'all
Where
don't
they at?
fucking pick the fisherman. The fisherman pick y'all. You see what I'm saying?
But that's when.
What fish have you ever seen look above the water and say, okay, let me go back down and pick his bait? No, the nigga
it's
has to
like-
put the right bait in the water to attract the fish.
But you automatically said when you asked the question, you was like, oh, if a man come up and slap your ass and your man don't do nothing, y'all gonna break up with him because that man's a bitch.
Okay,
That is, hold
that's
on, that
why-
is in your perspective. But there might be other women, like we just said, like that. For one, if we know our man, then we should be upset. It should be able to communicate about it or whatever. So
Okay. I
that's why I
know-
was like, you automatically justify by saying like, oh, y'all women would be like, that nigga's a bitch. No.
Okay, the dude both of y'all would be with would not tell y'all, yeah, baby, I'm a bitch. He gonna tell you, if y'all have real nigga conversations, he gonna put on the persona of a real nigga. That don't mean when a real shit happen, he gonna stand on what he said. So you might be thinking from
But I
all
don't
the
think that's
conversations y'all
something to
had-
leave a person for, though. Now,
He-
if that's the women
no.
that you've ever dealt with, that you're
That-
like, man, she probably gonna leave me because I ain't stand up for her.
This a nigga that's flawed. It's more than just, oh baby, I won't fight for you.
Yeah.
This is a flawed nigga. This is a bogus nigga, like she said. If every conversation we had, I'm telling you how much of a real nigga I am. I'm telling you, baby, in this situation,
That's
I do
the
this.
red flag
Baby,
right there.
in the past, I did this.
But you wouldn't
da-da-da-da.
know it was a red flag until you had that confrontation where it exposes.
No,
his
I said that's a
weaknesses.
red flag right there. Like, my dating perception, if I If a man is trying to talk to me and that's the first thing that they always do is, man, I'm a real nigga.
Nah,
You ain't
that
never met a
nigga
nigga
bogus.
like
I'm
me.
saying
we
y'all
not
been
talking about
together
like
6+ months,
We talking-
and just over conversations, just over
Yeah.
the time, you like, damn, I think this is a solid stand-up dude.
You'll know though, like
And
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm saying,
you
you'll
won't know,
know.
because I've been in situations with nigga I love to death. Like, we locked in, and I'm like, but in the smaller
But just how
situations,
he
you
carry
stood on
himself.
that.
so
gang.
How he carry
don't
himself,
know
you'll know.
you would
don't
know.
Women-
know a person until you get in there. I don't give a fuck how many conversations
Well,
y'all
I
But
get-
had.
that's
I
just
get
like that's
the-
contradictory though. Just like how you say, like men have to learn women to be able to understand a woman. A woman can show you exactly what she think that you want to see, but then guess what? Boom, flip the script
When it
on you or
happens,
whatever,
it's there.
and you don't even know that woman.
But
So
I just feel like
women are more
naturally
intuitive
yeah.
than men are. So I feel like we would know
To a
if
certain
our
extent.
man is a bitch or
but
not.
when I say like you will know, like, cause from me as a person, like and then it may be because like I had maybe like a role model in the sense like
Yeah.
I was raised like predominantly by my dad.
Okay.
I knew what like a solid man looked like, how he did just based off of things I did not have to ask. Like,
But this what we telling y'all.
but that's
though.
what I'm saying. That's how you. I feel like that's how you would know though. Like in a sense, you don't have to necessarily know when this man, like when you in a situation where it's like fight or flight. It's like, okay, like when I first meet this man off rip, how does he introduce himself? How does he stand? How does he introduce himself to other men? When we see other men in the vicinity and I'm in the room, like I'm a
How
very
does he act?
beautiful.
How does
like,
he
how do you
interact with
act? Do
those
you
men?
act reactive
You
or do
would
you
know
be
how your
present?
man is gonna be.
Or are you assertive? Or
That
like,
don't
what
that don't
is
got
it?
shit to do with how he would react with another grown man, fist to knuckle,
No, like
fist to
that,
face.
that
with his
shit
ass.
shows more nuts than anything I've ever like seen in my life. Like when my dad, like that's when I mean, like when I know like a bogus nigga from a real like upstanding man is like when he enters the room, just even his reputation, how he comes
Everything
and approach
arrives.
other men. Like my dad, like he goes in, he lets people know he's in the room. Like he shakes his hand with assertiveness. Like people don't even like feel sure enough to like even try him. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like it's just a
All right,
aura
look,
It
that
depends
no,
on
no,
how
no,
your man
no,
carries
no.
yourself.
I'll put it like this. That's on the side with manners.
Not
We
even
talking
manners.
about
That's
on the
how he is.
side
And plus,
with
my dad just put a
niggaism.
motherfucker on their ass.
No, I'm not saying
like,
your daddy flawed.
No, I'm just saying in general,
If I
like-
was like, let's say I was your little cousin or something, and I look up to your dad as a role model, like, damn, I fuck with Uncle
And you
real
would
nigga.
likely walk
Yeah,
in those
like let's say
same
I'm walking in his
footsteps.
shoes. But let's say I'm a bitch at heart. I would still do
my
Uncle.
God.
I would still
It's
do
the-
Uncle shit. Cause look, y'all not comprehending that you don't know shit about nobody. Not your friends, not your cousins, not your daddy, not your mama. You don't know shit about nobody until you
when
been
you
in
say
that situation.
But when you say this, like, what are you not observing about the people that are in the room with you? Like when I stand on just certain even just conversations with people, I read so much. Just even how they will present themselves in certain situations. It's like not even just when it's at that high temper moment where like
okay, look,
fuck, I gotta react.
y'all can't be comprehending what I'm saying. What I'm saying
I ain't even said nothing.
is,
Damn.
all right, look, what I'm saying is, say
If your man
if
don't
a
fight back,
nigga,
he's a
nah,
bitch.
I'm saying say if a nigga a real like stand up nigga,
Hey, hell nah.
but you like okay since he's a stand up nigga in all these areas, like I think this is a solid nigga and you might be right, but what I'm saying
Might
is
be right.
you don't like know what in
What if
every
he a
area
solid
he
man
stand
and
up.
just
you-
get his ass beat?
You
Some
don't,
niggas
but
don't
look,
even
though,
be in this type of
hold on,
situations. Like
you
You
don't
can't
know
have
what
everything on the
every
checklist,
area
like,
he
he
will be a stand up
provides.
nigga in until you have been in that situation.
Yeah, I
like,
get
let's
what
say,
you're saying.
Let's say I'm a stand up nigga with other men like of my age. Like we walk into the room and it's other peers and I'm
Yeah.
silent. I'm like you said, I'm like showing presence and dominance in this room with other men. Let's say we go to another room where it's older men, more respected men or whatever, and I quiver in this room. In the first room, you probably thought, damn, look how he act around men. This like he gonna act around the way around all men. But in the other room, different environment, different circumstances, different people. So it just got a different response. So what I'm just saying is, y'all saying I'd be able to know if my man a bitch or not off like all the previous encounters we had. What I'm saying is not even just far as your man.
But what
that
if he
don't- that
fight
don't
and
hold
still
you.
Hold
get
on.
beat up?
That's
Can I,
right.
can
That's
I
not a
backtrack?
bitch.
Can I even
No,
backtrack
that's
just
not
a
a
little bit
bitch.
back to when you was even asking us the questions that we like when y'all answered the question?
Uh-huh.
But then what
Let
if
me
we don't
say
think
something that y'all did leave out.
All right, what we leave out?
Humbleness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was just about to
humbleness
say that
is
too.
a mindset. Like, so just like you said, when you were upstanding man around your peers, I'm gonna tell you, my dad is not. And I keep bringing him up because he's a great example of what I feel like a upstanding, like solid person
Yeah,
is.
That's cool.
But it's just like when he walks into any room, he knows how to approach these people. When you're raised right, just similar back when we was talking about the pretty girl situation, like knowing your privilege, but also not allowing it to define you to a point where you have no substance as a woman. But just back to what you said, bro, when you walk into a room and you're humble and you have a mindset of, bro, like, I'm always willing to learn. I don't have to be the biggest in this room. I know I can't beat everybody ass in this room, but I also know that if you try me, I'm gonna stand my ground.
But
like,
how does that play against what I said?
no, it
About
doesn't
somebody
play
randomly
against what you
coming and slapping
said,
your
but it
ass.
felt like it was just like you didn't
I was
understand that
saying
from my
arrogance.
point of view. Like, yeah, but it's not. No, I didn't feel like what you were saying negated from what I was saying
Yeah.
technically. But I was saying, like, I felt like you may have missed that point in what I was expressing to you.
Okay.
Because I agree in a way that you are as a person
Hey, shake that shit up.
of it, like those qualities of a strong standing man. Like men, I feel like these days that may not exude that, we're not raised by men who either like showed those qualities or had those qualities or were taught those qualities,
I agree with that.
or B, just like they be on bitch made shit because they don't know how to handle conflict. They don't know
Yeah.
how to see a nigga face to face and take that shit to the chin if they wrong, if they like did something out of pocket, all of that. So
Like that's one thing I give
real.
credit to on how I am a lot. I had to face a lot of confrontation. You see what I'm saying?
and stand on it. For real.
Like self-inflicted.
And it happens though, like, cause when you
Yeah, I
just don't
know.
know how to move, like as a gentleman or as a
Yeah.
person, when you haven't been raised on like quality, not even just saying you weren't raised on quality morals, but
I
like,
think I was right. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I think the men around me was good examples. I don't think I learned from them
rebellious.
properly.
You were
Yeah.
rebellious. You had
You
to
didn't
learn
pick
on
it
your
up
own.
until
Yeah,
you had
and I
to.
feel like since life's so fast, everybody busy
Yeah.
doing what they do. They didn't necessarily take the time to necessarily teach me. They was great examples. Like if I
Yeah.
would have been paying attention, I would have learned correctly. But they didn't take the time to like sit me down and teach. So a lot of my shit I learned
Yeah.
like from bumping my head, goddamn.
Yeah.
So that's like what I attribute a lot of all the positive actions that I do now. Cause I didn't had every possible confrontation you can think of.
For sure.
So now I'm knowing like, let's say if I was in third grade, I got to fight with all the sixth graders. Damn, I got my ass whooped like 75% of the time, but they made me something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm in fourth grade. Now I'm fighting the fifth graders. I'm like, oh, this is easy. You see
man,
what
like
I'm saying?
I saw this before. I'm not scared of you.
So then I
you
go
know?
to seventh grade. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm playing basketball now, so I don't even want to fight no more. When I fight,
You
I
got
get
moral
suspended.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
like, fuck. So
accountability.
how else do I do this? I'm like, all right, I want to fight this nigga. This nigga doing that. Fuck, I can't fight. All right, damn, I didn't fight. They made me
Turn
feel
up
like
the
a bitch. So now I'm like, all right, I feel like a bitch for not fighting. What other ways? So all right, bam, I start looking into conflict resolution. Da 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 da. All right, cool. Then, all right, I'm handling this confrontation. This is just a verbal confrontation. Fuck, like, I feel like that person got the best of me. Fuck, let me go get more articulate. Let me go read some shit. You feel me? So like, all my confrontations made me like sharpen up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I was saying. A dude who let's go back to what we were saying about the ass slapping. A dude who ain't been in them confrontations. Let's say if you don't want your dude to fight and y'all communicated that, and he like, all right, cool, baby. I know what make you happy. I know what like dissatisfy you. So
You
you
just
know what?
know
I'm
what
not
type
gonna
of
fight.
man,
So
like-
let's say this type of nigga say, all right, I really could whoop your ass, but I'm not gonna do it. Let me verbally like let you know what it is, what it ain't. Like make sure my girl's straight with. Like that might be the type of nigga you go against. But even that type of nigga like won't be that type of nigga if he ain't been through prior moments.
It's just different types of niggas. Like
no, I'm saying
in my
like
mind,
whatever way you want a nigga to
no,
stand
it's
up for
true.
you.
No, it's just like it can be up to the woman. Some women are really like, I want my nigga to shut this bitch down. When, like I'm just not
Like
like
that
it.
type of woman is stupid. Like
No, cause
you-
I just think
as
about the
man, you
future.
shouldn't even-
You know what I'm saying? I think about like whether or not I want this man in jail, whether or not I want him hurt, whether or not I want to be hurt as well.
Right.
Like it's just like you gotta think smart. Like when you in a position where you literally have to protect yourself, you in that position. It ain't no like way around it. Like my dad, he stands on that. Like I don't pull people into stuff like especially petty conflict stuff like that because I know like if it's not like worthwhile or even just like
Yeah.
that type of situation, like in that type of situation, what's ideal is that I attack. I always feel like for me as a woman, I'm gonna stand my ground and he's gonna be right behind me if
How
it
would
gets
you
out of
attack?
hand. Like for me, I'm an outspoken woman. I'm naturally aggressive anyways, cause like I said, I was raised by my daddy. Like I don't let people touch me or hurt me.
So
like,
somebody just smacked your ass. What's your next?
I'm turning around like fuck wrong with you. Like I'm up in your space. I'm gonna challenge your manhood as a woman, and that's possible. I do it like a lot. Like just keep. I do it to. I did it to my dad. Like
Okay.
it's just like I'm
Now,
looking at you. I'm standing up,
You,
and
you
he's
go
gonna
off
be
on
behind
this
me.
nigga, and this nigga puts hands on you.
He bet not.
I'm saying, what would you?
And
what,
then
what's your next step?
two is the wise thing. Me, I'm temperamental as well. Not temperamental, but I'm tempered.
Yeah.
Like I can say what's on my mind, be like, you got me fucked up, and we can go about our way.
No,
I'm
I'm saying,
cool.
what if he don't let you go back? Like the other nigga.
If
If he put hands on you,
if
what's
he's
next?
sometimes you just have to be smart. You're not gonna win every fight, and you're not gonna do like. And this might rub or push people a certain type of way because some people are like they want to feel like they always on top of shit.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm very realistic and where I want to be, and also where I see other people at. This is where I get mature, and I say this person is fucked up. First of all, you fucked up for even thinking you can touch me, especially in a private area, and then like not nonetheless attack me.
So you saying you won't turn around and go off?
Bro,
on him?
I'm never gonna turn my back to you. I'm just gonna let you have that shit, and that's just realistic. Because
Okay, so
it's better than conquering my day.
Y'all together, y'all walking. I smack your ass. You gonna turn around like? Just,
Nah, I'm like my initial reaction, like that's gonna be aggressive reaction. Now if he turn around, he show a gun, something like
Nah,
that,
I
anything
say no
like
gun.
that.
Like you turn around, you verbally go off.
Yeah,
I verbally go off with you. Like then I say I get physical.
you
with
yelling
you.
with me is not gonna. It's better if you just be quiet.
Nah, let's say I get physical with you. What's your next step?
No, you talking about you as the aggressor?
Yeah, like I'm the one that
Okay.
smacked your ass. You turn around, say
You
something.
saying some dumb shit, like just
No, so let's say I don't say nothing. You go off, I get mad, I put hands
fuck.
on
You should already be prepared to be
Can
mad.
we
like
can we just change the fucking
No,
topic?
I'm just saying, like, it's
I'm
such
trying to see what's the next step. Cause look,
My
this why I'm
thing
asking
is,
this.
if you
hold on,
are-
hold on. This is why I'm
yeah.
asking this. Let's say you turn around and go off.
yeah.
A nigga that's right in the head wouldn't go back off with you. He walk
Exactly.
away.
But if you do,
this nigga is clearly not all the way right in the head if he
Exactly.
smacked your ass.
So what are you saying, like, from the real-
No, I'm saying you
there's
go
so
off.
so many loopholes.
I'm saying you go off. I put hands on you. Would you still expect your nigga to not put hands on me?
No, at that point, it's self defense. At that point, like you didn't put your hands on me. Like I'm not gonna do anything that will provoke. Well, not say to provoke you. You've already provoked me, but saying like I'm not gonna sit there and just run up on you. I know my boundary as a woman.
Okay.
But I'm just saying like I'm gonna say what I have to say. He's gonna stand behind me. If you choose to pursue aggression after that, it just goes where it goes.
Okay.
But that's just because it has to because you put your hands on me.
Okay.
But it's not like I'm gonna be and then in certain issues, it's like we can be wise about this.
Right.
Like even if he's in a state of rage or I have to walk him off, it's just gonna be like that. But
Now,
especially
thi-
if there's like gun.
This is why
firearms, all
this
that.
is why we even got on this topic because we done took this whole totally
Oh
left.
God, like
Why, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but why we got on this topic is because she said if your girl is going off or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
as the man, you should be able to, like, instead of just dismissing her, you should be able to bring her back down. This is why I asked this whole question. So what I'm saying is, you wouldn't want to tell your man when to be masculine and when not to be. You wouldn't want to tell your man when to be a leader, when not to be a leader.
Okay.
You would want to tell your man when to be a provider, when not to be a provider. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have to tell your man when to be a man.
right.
Vice versa, we don't want to have to tell our woman when to be a woman.
Exactly.
We don't want to tell our woman when to be feminine. So to answer your question, no, I'm not finna say, oh, baby, can you calm down? Da, da, da. No. Just like, let's
I
say,
was just say you would not be a nigga I would be with.
Well,
then.
from-
Right.
hold on. Let's say, you have to tell me, I don't want you to wear a dress or something. What the fuck? You would like. That shouldn't even cross your head as far as what you would have to tell a nigga why. Cause the nigga you should be with should never flip sides like that. So vice versa. I don't want my woman picking and choosing when to be feminine versus when to be masculine with me. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to tell her, baby, be more feminine. No, like let's say if she disagrees with something, I want my woman to already either be working on or been to worked on her femininity to where she's not super argumentative and just jump to, oh, you got me fucked up, da da da.
We
Like,
kind of we it's I don't think that type of reaction is rooted in whether or not she's feminine, because I think it's rooted whether or not
So you want somebody that's already
it's
worked
that's
on
a that's
themselves
a
to
different
come
that's
to
a
you. So
whole
woman has to
different
already be
personality
worked
should
trait.
on.
already be fixed.
That's a whole
Before she
different
come to you.
personality
You don't
trait
even have
though.
to
What you're
already be fixed.
asking.
You have to. You remember I said one of the qualities you need to have is like just willingness to like change.
But what if that's something that they've already expressed to you when they first got in the relationship? When
Like,
it's like,
babe,
what are your
like, I'm
flaws?
working on
Like, I
this.
am combative and I do get upset. I'm emotional. Instead
Like,
of
that's
brushing it
cool.
off
And
be
I
like,
don't, but
that's
I don't
just
think
how
you should
work.
root that back to
Because that's
femininity.
literally what
though.
it
that's
just-
femininity because
like-
look, femininity is what? Softness, kindness.
Let's
just
not get into the
gentleness.
You
literal
basically
like
just said though
misguided
that you
representations. What you're
you
meaning
want her to
is
respond a
feminine-
certain way.
you're meaning like a communicative like characteristic that you desire out
Okay,
of a woman,
let's break it
and
down.
you associate that with masculinity or femininity based off of your experiences.
Let's break down what is femininity and what is masculinity.
Let's look it up.
Femininity is creativity. But like, let's say if I had to get to that fire hydrant over there, I mean to that fire thing over there.
Jesus.
Like,
It's
masculinity is taking the straight route. I'm going here, then there. That's masculinity. Femininity is taking the more creative and scenic route. Like, you can look this shit
no,
up.
I'm looking at it. It's qualities or attributes regarded as a characteristic of women or girls. So what I take that as when you associate combativeness or emotional things with women, it almost comes off as a stereotype.
Hold on,
I'm just saying it almost comes off as a stereotype because what do men associate with women majority of the time? Emotions,
Yeah.
reactional things like that. Men can be just as emotional, and
Right.
I can attest to this because I don't give as emotional responses when
Right.
I'm in combative situations.
Exactly. Like he just said, he was like, as a woman, if they get into it, then he expects
I've
from
met
her.
emotional
he
men.
expects from her.
And it wasn't
Look,
just
look.
him
Hold-
Hold on,
crying.
y'all.
God
Look, with this, it say the second feminine power is the power of creativity. So I'm not even gonna read all of them, but it's different thing. Like, I do agree with you said, like there is like a feminine thing, like whatever attaches to women is feminine. But I'm not only going from that perspective. I'm going from the more scientific perspective of masculinity is like, say something like logic, or we gonna say art. Let's say if I'm a rapper, that's a feminine skill. Not feminine as far as you soft or a girl. That's feminine as far as just like the scientific part of femininity. Like, if I'm not tripping, I don't even want to quote it because I don't want to misquote it. But either the left side or the right side of your brain is feminine, and all of our brains are like this. So I'm not saying like it's feminine as far as, oh, if you got these feminine traits, you a punk if you a dude. No, I'm saying like I said, if I'm a good drawer, that's a feminine quality. Like, as far as the part of your brain, not a part of what females do. I might be a better drawer than you, and you a girl. You see what I'm saying? But that's still a feminine skill.
Because you're saying you're basing it off of the idea of creativity, right?
Yeah, like
Okay.
it's different things too, but that's just all I'm remembering off top. But like, logic is a masculine trait. So let's say you might be more logical than me. That mean in that area you more masculine. That don't mean you more of a dude than me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going from that definition of it, like feminine being a literal girl.
Okay,
You see
so
what I'm
back
saying?
to your topic with
The argument and shit. Like, let's say if we like looking at the feminine traits, it's more like charismatic, you see what I'm saying? And as a dude, I can carry these traits too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not differentiated as boy and girl.
can have
Yeah,
this.
I'm just differentiated as masculine and feminine. So I would already want my girl to be feminine. Like, instead of being quick to like go off and curse me out, you see what I'm saying? Explain to me why you upset. How did I piss you? I'm not saying suppress your shit. Just keep it in. I made you mad. You better not say shit. Keep it to yourself. I'm saying it's about how you say it.
I guess what I was saying was not around the fact of that it was. I guess I didn't like the feminine approach to
Yeah.
it, not just because it was incorrect, but just saying like it's that I feel like that is a communicative trait that I feel like men also struggle with. Like
We do.
and sometimes like, because I think even when I was trying to have like temper, because I have my moments where I can be like completely unruly, and then it's just having like, yes, like I'd be having a bad day, probably bored or something, and then just like say some off the wall stuff, but then I know after a while, like, okay, I need to take a break, like I just talk to you later, you know what I'm saying? It's just like being tempered. Like I think that's more of what you like desiring out of a partner, somebody who knows how, even when they are under emotional distress, they either A, know how to like create positive space, like to think, to say things appropriately, or B, like communicate effectively in that moment. Like,
And
that's
like
real.
like both of y'all was saying, dudes need to work on this too. I'm not
Yes.
saying this a female thing. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying like y'all fucked up in the head.
Understood.
Like as a dude, I need to work on fuck. She pissed me off. Don't curse. Don't yell. Like be calm. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if I want you to be calm, imagine you piss me off right now. I say, man, you get the fuck out. Da, 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 da. How can I not expect you to respond?
Yeah, erratically, just like you did.
So I'm not saying you can't never get mad.
You just need balance in situations. And then too, that also takes like the ability to look at yourself in the mirror, like be able to reflect on how you may have made somebody else feel too. Like you not the only person in the relationship. Like you got to know how you affecting that person too.
So
like,
now this was your question, like, or this was like the topic you had like alluded to. So what do you feel on it? Because like how you said, like the dude should tell a girl to like, instead of just stop talking to the girl or whatever, he should tell the girl like, hey baby, like like he should bring it down. So what do you feel about my approach to it? Like, cause like I'm saying, if the girl is too argumentative or
It's wrong.
like,
It's wrong.
you said my approach
It's
wrong.
wrong.
she said it's wrong.
It's wrong.
All right.
Because, like
I'm
I
wrong?
just said, when you was like, you expect her to already be tapped into her feminine side to be able to not get upset with you. But as creatures, as a woman, they get upset regardless. So that's why I said I feel that a man, because my spouse that I was with, whenever I get emotional, if it seems that my tone is getting higher, don't cut me off. I'm like, see, you just yelling. Just don't be dismissive if you are my partner. And then because as a woman, as me being emotional, I want you to be, it's the two that I always get confused, empathetic and sympathetic. So I want you to be empathetic with me, to be understanding and be like, well, instead of, well, that's just how you take it, then I can't, that's just how you think. Don't be
dangerous.
dismissive with me. Be like, well, I understand that's how you took it, babe, but this is what I meant. Be able to be that man to lead me into what you were trying to get me to be, instead of being dismissive and be like, oh, okay, well, that's just you.
Nope.
If you want me to be adaptable, open-minded, submissive, lead me into those qualities instead of just, that's just how, you know? That's how I feel about it, where I'm like, you shouldn't expect somebody, if they already, like I said, if they told you in the beginning, like, what are your flaws? You're supposed to always go in asking, what are your flaws? What didn't work in the last relationship? What do you think that you could have done better or differently? So that's how I feel when it comes to, like, just emotion, because I'm an emotional person, so I just, like, I learned to shut up after a while, because I'm just like, all right.
Before I respond to that, you got something to add to it?
You good.
You want me to go? I would say I do agree with you to a certain extent. Like you shouldn't. All right, I did something to make you upset, and we talking about it. I shouldn't say the exact instance you raise your voice. Fuck you, we done. You see what I'm saying? But I will poke at something you said. You said y'all are more emotional creatures. Cool, let's poke on it. That's an excuse women use to keep being erratic. Like,
It's not, because women are getting...
Wait. So let's say...
Women getting hard out here, though.
Like, let's say y'all... I'm just using y'all for example. I'm not saying y'all like this. But let's say y'all are just loud, obnoxious, like, just rude, just this, that, and the third. Say if I correct y'all on it. Man, you doing this, man, you doing that, da-da-da. Excuse would be, oh, you know I'm emotional. You see what I'm saying? Like,
That's not the
that's
same.
like saying me beating on you. Like
That's
me.
not the same as
Hold on.
comparing it, though,
Let's
to being
say-
emotional. If somebody's being annoying, loud,
That's
and
emotional.
reckless, that's not the same as
every
emotional.
time me and
Emotional.
you talk,
That's
Emotional.
just being
you get
hood
loud.
and ratchet. Don't.
Every time me and you talk, you get loud. Every time me and you
That's
talk,
not
I
being
don't think
you
that's
just-
all. Yeah, sometimes
not
I think
emotions.
sometimes when men associate emotions with women, it does have that like erratic like.
Like what
Especially
what
black
is
women.
what is
Yeah.
emotions? Emotions is happy, anger, sad. Like
But
so
that's-
you
but the
get
main
loud and
emotion-
shit because you excited. That's emotion.
But as a
'Cause you
man,
get
that's
angry,
the main-
that's
but the
emotion.
main thing you're giving is something that's always associated with volume. Sometimes it may not be like I know sometimes unacceptable emotional responses may be me shutting down
Yeah.
or me not being willing to talk at that
Exactly.
moment
Like all
or
that.
me
All
being
But
that
imagine
rapping
a
to what
man
I'm
Me
coming
saying.
into
taking
the
everything
situation of a loud
personally.
woman
Yeah.
and just being completely calm.
Alright,
subtle
hold on.
tone.
Let's
a
go
woman
into
can't
this.
keep screaming if a man is just like, babe,
Let-
why are you so upset?
Temper.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
I've
go
had
into
somebody
this.
like that.
I'm finna answer it. So
That was like,
check this out. Say, like you said, the woman says, "Babe, you know I'm emotional, right? Cool." What I'm saying is,
that's not an
as a
acceptable
man,
response.
you don't get that out.
And I'm sorry.
You don't get that excuse. So let's say if I say, like, if me and you in a relationship and I'm beating on you,
Oh,
and I say, I'm just using this example.
Jesus.
And and I say, it's my masculinity
No,
or it's
yeah.
my anger. You would say, are you fucking stupid? Like,
No,
you just
no,
using it as an
I
excuse.
probably wouldn't. I'd probably be too scared to speak.
Hold on. So
we could
a
have used a
woman,
different example.
a woman being
Smack my ass all the time.
emotional to the point where she is demonstrating poor qualities, and her saying I'm emotional is an excuse. No matter how we hold on. It's an excuse. No matter how we put it. The correct answer is, why do you feel like I'm being like that? I disagree because this, that, and the third. Let's talk about it. And then after we get to the bottom of it, let me see what I can do to better this situation. And let's see what you can do to better this situation. And we
Yeah.
both go take steps and precautions to avoid this happening next time. To say, oh, I'm shut down, or I'm yelling, or I'm getting louder,
But it's not even-
because I'm emotional.
Man-
That's a fucking excuse.
no,
cuz.
but that's the thing now.
That's
like,
an excuse
it's an
to
excuse,
escape
but
doing work to
it's
get
an
better.
excuse, but now look at women or whatever. Men are sitting up here just like how Finesse was like, oh, these women don't know how to be submissive and don't know how to be feminine or whatever. Women are sitting up here now and being so masculine because y'all are turning us into that.
Ooh, that's a good topic.
That-
Let's get into
wait,
it.
That
before she gets
now
into
it
that,
was
though.
now it was women are so emotional. Women are always in their emotional whatever. Now
Yeah.
some men are finally open up and they're like, man, she laughed at me and
It's-
said, shut that shit up, because it's kind of like tit
It's
for tat. It's
pitter-patter,
like there
yeah.
are emotionless women, but now there are women that's becoming so masculine that it's like we don't even need the femininity no
Okay.
more or
But the-
whatever, because it's like y'all
It's
not
the-
accepting it. You're not appreciating my feminine
That's a
ways.
good
So
point. I
now
like that
women
you
are
brought that up.
molding.
I like
to,
that you
to
brought
feed
that up.
off what you were saying though,
Yeah.
I think a lot of
We
this
gonna get back to
is real what you're saying. Like it's because relationships are double-edged swords. Like it doesn't just work one way for one person and vice versa the next. The same way that I feel like this is just my opinion. When you're dealing with a woman, like she said, when you're dealing with your woman and she may be in a high emotional state, just
Right.
like when y'all was saying like y'all want a solution-oriented type of man,
Right.
right? And I was saying like, yeah, I agree, because there's certain situations like my tire flat, I'm gonna be cussing, crying all in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
and when I call you, you either help me get my tire fixed,
Yeah.
triple A, something that's gonna actually like help me deal with my emotional state at the time.
Right.
But there's also ways that same cup can be poured into from the woman's point of view too, especially dealing with conflict. You know
What
what I'm
you mean?
saying? Like, so from the woman's point of view, from the man dealing with the woman's point of view, when I've been in highly emotional situations, the reactive point that I felt was most desired from my experience was when he was able to just either accept it and like receive what I was giving at the moment and offer space. Cause like it depends on which level of like what I'm giving him,
Yeah.
or he will be able to apologize, say whatever, give whatever type of easy type things, and then we meet common ground depending on what made me mad, what made the miscommunication happen, and then it's up to me to as a partner to know when I've gone too far. Like it's a difference when you expressing yourself and you're emotional and you have like this conflict. Conflict is inevitable.
Right. I
But
agree with it.
it's just like having that boundary of knowing how far to go with this
Right.
person. And then if that is a problem that you do deal with, that's something that needs to be expressed. Like, babe, I know like I went too far and I'm working on this. And is that something you continue, like that you're willing to continue working with me on?
At what point
And vice versa for the male.
do you stop permitting mistakes.
That's your boundary. Like that's what you decide, and that's what you should know before you step into any situation with somebody. Is how far am I willing to take this, and that's dependent on people's experiences, trauma. I know for me, it's certain stuff that's triggering. If I'm around a man that's too aggressive, that's like very vulgar to like a certain extent towards other people, myself, I can't deal with that. That's triggering to me.
Because I do agree with what you're saying. Like I said, both of y'all say
you got your
I
boundaries.
agree with both of y'all. It should be a damn first time she crossed this line, fuck her.
Nah,
like,
and
it
that might be, but that's
both of
also
y'all.
reactive. That's also, and I dealt with that. I can I can attest to that because I was that type of person too.
Yeah.
And I've had to like, when I was like in relationships, like I have to like stop myself from doing it. Now I realize that it was an issue, but it was just like that's a trauma response too for a lot of people. Like that fight or flight that comes in conflict, like as small as like a verbal for some people, where they feel like, nah, I'm done. Like it just depends on what they've been through. That's why you are able to talk through these things with people, because they might not really be done just because they said it, but it may be because of what they've dealt with in the past, and you being able to temper them along the way. It just works. That's why compatibility is important. Experience is important, but also just like, dang, like a patient person, like, because you dealing with a lot of different type of people.
That's what she just told me like yesterday. She was like, "You gotta be more patient with me."
But I've been telling you that. Like,
No,
I've been
but I
telling
don't
you
need to be
that.
getting on her ass about the shit we be talking about.
Yeah.
Like she'd just say some crazy shit. And I'd be like, "Babe, what?" And she'd be like, "Why you saying, babe, what?" Just be so she just sensitive.
Just
like,
be, just you just gotta be patient.
But let's touch on what she just brought up a great
She
point.
did.
She just said women will be feminine, and she was equating femininity with the emotional part. So she was saying women will be feminine and emotional, and dudes that complain. Then she said
Y'all
women
say that's
will
an
stop.
excuse.
Yeah.
You just said it's an
Then
excuse.
she said
It's
women
human.
will stop doing that and be more masculine. And dudes that complain about that. I love that you brought that up. That's a good
Bro.
point. So this is my take on it. Wait, before I
Go ahead.
Okay. What I would
Just
say,
listening at this
what I would say, that's a great question. Then my response to that would be, I think the first one is wrong. Like just being, like it's one thing to be emotional, and that's fine. But if you're emotional, you have to be emotionally intelligent. That's the problem. People are emotional and not emotionally intelligent.
That's a lot of people.
So that's why I feel like the first group of people you said to get the complaints. Then the second group of people get the complaints. We ain't got to talk about that. We know why that's a complaint. And you saying, well, fucking pick a side. That's basically what you saying. Pick a side, goddamn. So what I would say is both of those sides are wrong. So both of those sides should be, what's the word? Should be judged against in a way. Because let's say if me and you in a relationship and I'm cussing you out every day, that's wrong, right? You would complain about that. AVT, you doing too much. Okay, let's say after that, after you complain about that, I stop talking at all. Like, all right, babe, fuck it, I don't care. Like, you be like, okay, that's wrong too.
Me as
So
a
I feel
woman,
like-
I wouldn't even be in this relationship.
no, exactly.
Yes.
So both of those are wrong. So like what I'm saying, I do agree with what you're saying. Dudes do complain about both sides of that. But I'm saying I don't think complaining about both sides of that is necessarily wrong. I feel like you should point out flaws, and I feel like both of those are flawed. Like both of those aren't the correct way. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I feel like is A, you spot on, you correct. Niggas do complain about both sides, but B, it would be incorrect to go from one flawed thing to jump to the total extreme to another flawed thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's why I said, instead of like not using an excuse by
Yeah.
saying like, oh, women are
Yeah.
emotional, whatever. That's why I said like, instead of, as in your mind, using that as an excuse,
Right.
it's supposed to be incentive for your partner to be like, okay, well, if I know that she gets emotional
Okay.
and she's then expressed it to me, how can I help to show her, babe, when we have conversations later on in the future, you don't have to get upset because I didn't mean it like that.
Okay.
So like already rectifying the situation by communicating it out is going to hopefully dissipate all the future arguments or whatever. Now, if the
Okay.
motherfucker just keep arguing and getting aggressive,
Yeah.
then that's just that person. They
now,
just stuck
I
in
do
their ways.
agree with you that women are emotional. I'm not saying that they just making some shit up by throwing it out as an
Yeah.
excuse.
I feel like you, as men, should be able to like help us handle our
I
emotions.
do agree with
I
that.
feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as a man, that's when
Regulators.
you're supposed
Yeah.
to add your masculinity into
Facts.
it by saying, well, babe, look, that ain't nothing to really get upset about. It's not like, let us know when we supposed to like toss the
Yeah.
salt over our shoulders type
Yeah.
shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
I
there's
agree
a,
with
it's
that, too.
just, it's a,
That's it.
So,
That's it.
help me
like,
understand
It's
my
regulation.
emotions.
I feel like you just hit the last couple points on the head. Like I said, it's not like y'all making this shit up. Y'all are emotional. I'm just saying it's an excuse when you identify that and only leave it at that and not
don't
try
change.
to
With
work
no
on a
solution.
solution.
Yeah, that
Like,
is a problem.
If I just say, like, if I'm being abusive to you in a relationship, and I just say, man, I'm masculine, I'm a man. Whoa, guy, you bullshit.
Nah,
like, you just
yeah.
making
Right.
excuses. But if I say, all right, babe, yeah, that is the reason I did it. But like,
How can
I'm
I do it to
finna-
change
yeah,
differently
I'm finna work
type
on
shit.
some solutions.
Now, for the person, and that's with my last relationship, we expressed on what we had our flaws in. He was very nonchalant. If I got upset or whatever, show me some emotion. Let me know. Like, instead of like, that's just how you take it. That's
Yeah.
just
It's a
how you
whole
take it.
different ballgame.
Now, as the person, when I went into the relationship, and he used to say, well, that's just how I am. You knew that's how
Yeah,
I was or
that-
whatever.
that type of
which
shit
is
excuses.
which is
Yeah.
exactly, and that's the same for the women.
I can't
Yeah.
deal
If
with
the women are just,
complacency.
well, you just know that I'm emotional.
Yeah, that
I
shit
told you I was
garbage.
emotional. If you told me you were emotional, but we already communicated on, well, next time I'll do this, and then if you go back into that same, well, that's just how I am, then that's when you got to let the person go,
Yeah.
man or woman. If they consistently say they want to change,
Yeah.
but then they go back to the, well, that's just
Right.
how I am, then it's like,
Yeah.
that's when you know you got to move on. So
Yeah.
there ain't no more helping
Okay.
after a while. You can't
Okay.
keep
I
giving
love
your
that.
energy.
Yeah. See, that's what I was touching on at first. I wasn't trying to say that just by you identifying that's who you are as a woman is an excuse. Like, that's fine. Like, identify it because that's how we work towards stuff. We
Yeah.
have to identify the problems first. So identifying it is step number one. That's perfect. But if we only identify and
don't
then try to
change.
move forward, whoa.
Yeah, like it's a red flag.
Yeah, now you're using that identification as an excuse. So I do agree with what both of y'all just said
But
on
what,
that.
what she touched on too was not even just the emotional thing, but becoming very masculine
Yeah.
due to the absence of that type of like regulation, like being shut down, probably dismissed,
Yeah.
or like I think I went into that stage too where I was hyper masculine. I've been humbled several times, like as a woman compared to a man, because like you try to play that game with a
Who
man.
humbled you, your partner?
Oh Jesus. So it was a while ago, but it was like when I was fresh out of one of my relationships.
Okay.
And man, I had came into contact with a guy across the way, and he came and expressed interest, and I was very naive at that moment because that was my only relationship. Like I
The
hadn't
previous one?
been, yeah, like I
Okay.
hadn't been in no like dating scene in a while, so I figured if a man was approaching me, I already put those qualities on him, that he was intentional, that he was gonna be.
Thought you
My-
did,
God, I was
so-
doing the
I
same
thought
thing.
like if you bold enough
What?
to approach me and do this, that, and the third,
You like, oh, he
okay,
gotta be the nigga I'm looking
gotta,
for.
He gotta be ready for this.
And
And
now them cornballs
whole
approach too now.
time, no, the whole time this man, and I tried to play that game, like that emotional blockage. Like I ain't there either. Like I'm there. I ain't got to do it either. Or I
Yeah.
tried to enforce change by like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe if I nurture them a lot.
Yeah.
Oh
Ooh, I
my
ain't
god!
gonna lie, you hit it on the head.
And it pulled me bad too, because like when men say that that's all that they want,
That's
that's
really
all that they
want,
want. Like
yeah.
you ain't convincing them nothing, because once they've already put you in that place in their head, especially if they got other flings and stuff already, it's
touch on
cutthroat.
that. Touch
It's
on
cutthroat.
that answer.
Nah, that's exactly. I like that she said that because
Bro,
scientifically,
it
men
ain't too good
view
to be
women
anybody.
in two ways: a tool, as in like an object,
Mm.
or a woman.
And I'm finna bring this studio.
Right,
Keep
right.
talking about it. I'm gonna bring it up.
And
Hold
it
on.
put
Just
me in a
like-
place
yeah.
of like hyper masculinity as a woman, because like, dog, what? Like, and then you as a woman, me as a woman trying to play that game with them back, I had to stop myself from that detrimental hole,
It's a
because I
losing
don't
game,
operate.
yeah.
I don't operate like you do. You don't operate from your head or your heart. You operate from your nuts, and
No,
maybe
it's our brain. No, it's
maybe your brain too.
like y'all like you say, men think with they dig. It's literally our brain. Like how you said earlier with
Shit.
the rice. How I forgot which one it was. I read. It's read it
Alright,
because it's either
look.
side. But
Look,
Jesus.
matter of
Yes.
fact, I'm gonna just tell y'all where to find it because I know this study already.
Yeah,
I don't have to
okay,
look for
yeah.
it. I'm gonna just tell y'all where to find it. So who did it? Discover. on nationalgeographic.com.
National, yeah, it's on that-
Oh my
yeah.
God, not the niggas on
Yeah,
National
on
Geographic.
nationalgeographic.com, they did a study.
Okay.
I forgot which college or which institution actually conducted the study.
Okay.
But they showed men, a group of men,
Right.
pictures of different women.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God, we can't make this shit
Yeah,
up.
like
They showed the pictures of different women.
Yeah.
The women dressed showing more skin. Not even necessarily in stripper clothes. Like
Yeah.
just showing more skin, like a little shorter shorts, like maybe a tank top. You show these type of women, you show strippers, you show women in bikinis, you show just women with more skin dressed promiscuously. The part of your brain as a man that light up is the part associated with tools, like physical tools,
Objects.
screwdrivers,
Jesus.
like
Object.
screwdrivers, like wrenches, like shit that you
Machinery.
use,
Oh my
yeah, for
God.
specific
anything that you
purposes.
would use, yeah.
Then they showed other pictures of women who are dressed modestly.
Yeah.
And
The part of the brain that lit up was the empathetic. I
Empathetic,
treat this person like a
with
human,
love,
with
and
love and
affection, all that
compassion.
different stuff,
That part of
yeah.
your brain lit
Stay
up.
wrapped up for life.
And-
So that's why, like,
Right,
you-
that's what I was like.
like
Yeah.
so say if you dressed like in your hot girl fit, you see what I'm saying? You might get offended when niggas catcalling you, or niggas like, hey baby, show me that ass, like niggas just yelling out the car and
Yeah.
shit. You see what I'm saying? But you can't necessarily blame them because you chose to dress like that and it ignited this
Right.
part of their brain.
Right,
I
you
just
know what
want
I'm
to
saying?
fix.
So
Right.
that's
Like I
why-
dress the way that I
I
want
like
because
it
I
too.
want to,
Yeah.
but I understand that
Yeah, I'm not
it
saying you
comes
doing
with
it
it type
for
shit.
man
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like you might
That,
be doing
yeah,
it 'cause
I
you
know
think
that it's
That's
expected.
understandable
It's
logic-wise.
expected.
It's like going
But
But
as
to
a
it
woman,
gets-
that's when it's like,
But for a woman, I think for me, it got dangerous when like it's a difference. You just coming down at the gas station. You tell me you gonna give me your whole life and want to pump my gas because I'm cute at a gas station.
Yeah.
Right.
But when I'm in a whole setting and you stop and you give me this high level of attention. Now, like I said, I was naive
Yeah.
because I just didn't have like. First of all, I'm just not used to dudes being that bold. Some dudes just don't know how to be that bold. Come
Right.
up to you, and if they do,
Hey, he. hey, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna
I've
talk
got
about
nothing.
come up to
but-
you and dead ass like give you this. And plus, I also go off of looks too. So that person did look innocent, but he had a whole ulterior look too. Like this nigga
Yeah.
was clever.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
Hey.
But yeah, they definitely had an intention, but it put me in a very like, and I was being in denial to my own feelings because I was so prideful. I didn't want to admit that I was hurt by that.
Okay.
I didn't want to admit that, like, bro, like you got one up.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, you just brought up a great point. It's a man that I honor and respect a lot. He said, and when he first said it,
Who?
I'm like,
Oh, you
Elijah Muhammad.
you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
Elijah Muhammad said it, and Farrakhan repeated
Right,
it.
right.
But he said that there is no such thing as a no good woman.
Ooh.
And when he said there's no such thing as a no good woman unless made this way by a no good man. So when he said that, I'm like, nah, G, I ain't okay. You right on everything else, but I'm like, no. I know
possible,
some no
though.
good women. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But then I'm like,
I be
okay.
getting him looking around and shit.
Hey, bro, they
I'm
like-
like, he hasn't been wrong on other stuff. Let me
So what would
look
make him
into
wrong?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually
Okay.
started studying it. Bruh, no cap. He wasn't lying. Every single no good woman was made that way, either indirectly or directly by a no good man. Let's say how the dudes you talking about this complaining about women being masculine and how you took on the masculine role after heartbreak and how you tried to take on the masculine role to match another man's masculine role. Like, let's say if I was correct in my masculinity, I wasn't acting out in the wrong ways. I was being the exact man I needed to be. You would have never been corrupt. Let's say
Right.
let's say we break up.
Like you actually stood on what you said.
yeah, let's say we
and-
break up and it didn't work.
Yeah, it
But
just
I
didn't
was
work.
100% in my masculinity
Yeah.
correctly. You would have never walked away with that with as much
I
heartbreak
wouldn't have
as
went
you
through
did.
that. I wouldn't have went through that stage.
Now let's say
yeah.
the next nigga, the nigga that was just trying to fuck. When you start to understand logic and science, you
Just
know
based off of
better.
past experiences.
You know better than just to fuck. because you fucking with a girl mentally. When y'all, no matter how much y'all think y'all can just fuck, like niggas can just
it's
fuck.
not.
Y'all release, y'all can look all this
Y'all
shit up.
can't
Like,
either.
I was gonna say,
Yes, we
y'all,
can.
you
No.
speak for the other women.
no,
I
no,
only
look,
fuck
hold on,
on
hold on.
people that I'm
y'all,
with.
y'all can look this shit up. Every time you
Well,
have sex
I
as a
say
woman,
very.
I know,
I'm
that's why I
very-
said I
release
can speak for other women. I
oxytocin.
don't think like that. I
Hold
don't
on,
think
hold on.
that.
Every-
I'm
every
a fuck
time-
just so I can get one up on
Yeah,
that.
nah.
I tell everybody,
Yeah,
I
you
said,
can't-
if you
can't
talking to
operate
me,
like
if
that.
you want to date me, and if you stick your dick in me, we go together. I already got an air tag in your fucking gas tank. I already got your location shared with me, synced while you were sleeping. So don't have sex with
locking
me
them
unless you want to be
down.
with me. I don't give a fuck
But
about
yeah,
like,
that
I'm
is
finna
that's
get one up.
that's a
I
sacred
care about my
that's
body.
a sacred thing in
Yeah, like,
itself.
look, and
Every
when-
time
when
I have
y'all
sex
have
with a person,
sex,
my soul leaves my
for-
body.
Yeah,
I feel it.
literally.
Nah,
Let's
for
talk
real.
about
I
it.
feel
Like,
it.
because we not just
That's some-
saying
that's
like
some sacred
spookies
shit.
or shit.
Science.
No,
Like, we
like,
saying
I'm
I'm
very
science.
emotional.
Like, every
Like-
time y'all have sex, y'all release a hormone called oxytocin.
Yeah.
Oxytocin is a per-bonding hormone.
Yeah.
Oxytocin creates a literal bond. How she
Yep,
said
yep,
y'all
yep.
like have
you
soul
feel that,
ties.
like,
Yep,
so
yep,
You
yep.
are literally
Locked in.
Bonding
locked
with this
in with that
person.
And when we
Yeah.
have sex, they try to do a study seeing if we release
And we
oxytocin,
don't.
we release like little to none.
yeah.
Like,
Jesus.
and, like,
That's all y'all can do with y'all.
And
Yeah.
no,
That's
why
why,
feeling,
but that's why it's
not.
better to
But-
wait. But I will go into a whole, because I've been theologize, whatever the fuck people be saying in their mind when you just thinking over or self-reflecting on the experiences you've
Theoretically.
had
Yeah.
with people, like your relationships and just relationships as a whole. I had to put it on a whole different standard from what like everybody else was debunking
Facts.
it as,
What?
because like that's the
What?
closest shit you would ever engage in. Excuse my language. Like it was just like, even when your mama, your daddy, they known you your whole life from the womb, like bro, but you would never be as close as you are with
To your
them,
partner.
to that person that you
What?
laying in that bed with,
Right.
bro.
Okay.
And that's dangerous playgrounds if
Yeah.
you doing that with somebody who
That
has
you don't
no
see yourself
value
with. That's
in
why
your
any
life.
person that I date, I don't date to get a free meal, to just
Never.
go out, and that's
Time
real.
is
It's real out here.
capital.
Women are out here just dating, just to date, just to have the
Just to get
experience
the-
or whatever.
just to get
I
the-
tell
The
motherfuckers, if I do
benefits.
not,
What? And then
if I don't
even-
like you, I will pay for my own meal. If you see me say 2 checks, then that
2
means I
checks,
do
bro.
not
That's it.
plan on seeing you again. Like I don't.
And
I try to realize and see, like, can I see myself with this person? It may
for
sound
real.
crazy
How
as
you
a
even
woman.
respond,
That's why
and
sex
how
is
you
mental
approach
for
me,
women and
like,
physical for men.
And then too, it works like this.
That's why
in my
men get hurt
opinion.
when women have sex, because they
No, especially after the
Nigga,
mental.
my girl better not think about having sex
Jesus,
with a nigga.
I'm
What?
just playing. But
What?
it's
I'm a
just
what?
it's a logical thing when we think about it, because just like you said, we release this hormone that's
Right.
very like stern and like bonding.
right.
Y'all, it takes time with y'all.
Right.
Y'all gain that mental like bond with women after time, after waiting, after like if you want it that bad and you know it's just like not that quick fix that you just need, but if you want it that bad and you gonna wait on it and she gets you to know her and you know her insides and her
You
out,
tackle it first.
and then
Okay.
y'all
Yeah.
can bond, and then that's where it equates, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's when it's actually worth something in a sense,
Yeah.
other than just a nut. Because at that point, you're someone that we care about.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the difference between men and women. A lot of women don't think, they think, like you said, you were
You
like
care
when-
off the rip.
right when he said men can have sex just
That's
and
it.
women have to take their time with it. It's because
like that.
most women will not fuck someone that they have no interest in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you have to find something in that person. It may be communication. It may just be he listened good. He
Oh, I see
looks,
where he
you know, different things like that. So
Or in today's
But
society,
men-
money.
right?
Men
but
don't
men,
need that
it
shit.
literally-
You can just have a hole.
Look, you
They will
remember,
fuck
you,
a hole
you
in the
remember
wall.
we
They don't
said
care.
If it's plush
you
enough.
remember we said for women to get men, y'all don't have to understand us at all. Why? Because we don't give a fuck. If we
Right.
just want to fuck,
like just being
And
100.
the
we don't
hook-
care if you
Yeah.
The
understand
hook is
us.
giving y'all,
Right,
getting y'all to
enough.
give a
It's
fuck.
enough.
Yeah, like we don't give a fuck. Like
At the
I don't give a
moment.
fuck if you understand me or not. Let's say you a pork eater, you love pork. You think I give a fuck if all I do is want to fuck? No, and I still slide up and say, "Oh, I really want to be with you just to fuck."
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Just to get
But
that out of
as
you.
a man, for y'all to fuck us, we have to understand y'all to a certain extent. Like,
And
that
sometimes
is
it's all
like,
y'all seek just to get it.
like that. Now it's making sense. Like what we were saying.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
trust. I did the
Yeah, and
reflection.
so-
Yeah.
I was
it's
like,
like-
these
So
niggas-
that's why when
'Cause
we
we
were saying it at
underestimate
first,
y'all,
like,
too.
yeah, like when we were saying
Exactly.
it at first, y'all probably was like, no, hell no, da, da, da. But now that we've had, like, we talked about it, y'all probably like, okay, now,
I
that-
underestimated men for sure.
like that.
Cause she a fucking clown.
What she
bro.
do?
She like hell nah. She over there like
Hell
no,
nah,
bro.
I didn't
I just-
agree
I
on.
just- I
I
just-
didn't agree on nothing on the conversation of
But
like
nah,
turning
it's
around, getting your
like-
ass smacked. If,
It's like literally.
So
like,
so you
no.
think women understand men just as much as men understand women?
yeah, I do.
I think
See,
we
I
just
have-
naturally.
It
do
depends.
that.
It just
to-
depends. It
And
depends.
some women, like some people, I seen like different like variations of that, like where the husband and the wife just looks to the man to provide, and it literally be that simple for men in their minds. Like they just simple, straight cut. They just as long as they get some time with the guys from here and there, they don't really talk about their feelings a lot. Football, grilling, taking care of the kid, whatever.
Okay.
That's just that.
I
But
look-
then there's
I-
the double-edged sword where I've started to explore personally is like, this person is an actual human. Like they're complex human beings just like I am. What do you like? What do you care about? What was your life experiences?
Okay.
And how would that feed
Okay.
into our relationship? But that's just
I
me.
get that.
So what she was saying, she think men and women understand each other.
That's
the
why
same.
I agree with her.
I would say I disagree.
I disagree.
because like,
You saying it's not required. That's
no,
what
I'm
No,
saying even if it
in
was
general.
required, y'all don't understand us though. And I'm not saying y'all are wrong, like y'all
no,
incompetent.
I
Yeah,
get what you're
no,
saying.
What I'm saying is, since it's not
To each of
required
them, to each
upon
of them.
y'all, like what I'm saying is, since it's not required, y'all don't like
Work
y'all,
on it.
y'all
See,
don't
yeah,
work
as
on
much.
it.
So then we don't
so
seek
look,
it as
It's like
much.
a test. It's like taking a test.
Like it's required for us. Like that's all
I
I'm
get what
saying.
you're saying with
like
that.
since it's required for us, it
gotta
makes
study.
more sense
But
that
you
we
saying
have
it's
to
not
study y'all.
required
It's like a test.
So
Yeah.
I'm,
That's
I'm
why
not
most
saying,
women don't do it.
I'm not saying it's
I feel
y'all
like
not
it is
capable.
required too, because a lot of bitches out here be trying to make
For
sure
the
that they
men
learn
that-
how to keep
Now,
their man.
For the men
no,
that
no,
are
no,
mature
wait,
enough
wait,
to
wait.
ask.
Let's touch on what she
Right,
said.
right, right.
You talking about something different than
Yeah,
what we
she-
talking
yeah,
about.
she
You
on
talking about
something totally
retaining a
different.
man.
Yeah,
You're-
To
keeping
retain
him.
the
Yeah,
man,
that's
y'all
what I
have
was
to
saying
understand.
too.
Hold on.
Even then,
Baseline.
it's
Like
No.
to retain the man, I 100% agree with you because
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Keeping
you
that
said,
relationship
You
alive.
just said they gotta study it to keep a man, and if you say that, bam,
Think of
you
it like
got
a
it.
car.
I agree. What I'm
Think of it
saying
like a
is
car.
to get a man.
And I'm
to
explaining
get
like
a
Y'all
man
have
is
to
hard. It
understand.
is hard too
All-
because
no,
y'all
all
will
y'all
sit
gotta
up
do
here-
is post the
y'all-
ass
no,
picture,
No, I'm
and y'all
saying.
gonna get men.
Okay, you talking about just physically to fuck a man?
No, I'm talking about to get a man
okay,
to
well,
start talking to him.
It don't
all
take
you-
nothing. All I
it
gotta
don't
do is
take
slide
on a
up.
level
All
as
you
far
have
as
to do is have a
relationship.
pussy.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
no.
essentially.
I don't believe
No.
that because in order to, like I said, obtain a man to be in a relationship, we're trying to get a man.
All you have to do is
That's
have a
No,
pussy
you
to
don't.
get a man.
No, you don't. Because even though a man will sit up here and fuck you, and then even if you consistently like being with that person or whatever, as women, we'll be like, so what are we? What is the title?
Let's-
a man is
let's
still
play a
like, I
game.
just wanna, I just wanna go with the flow, or I'm not really looking for nothing. So even if we think that if I give this man some pussy and I spend my quality time with him, and I'm always hitting him up, texting him, nurturing him, all this and that, because I want a relationship and I think this is what he want or whatever. It doesn't
But
matter if I
that's
have a
where you
hole or not.
messed
If a
up
man
at.
don't want to be kept or don't want to be in a relationship,
See,
y'all will.
you-
That's
talking
two
about
different
help
levels.
at.
But what
That's
he's
two
saying
different things.
about
baseline.
help. She talking
That's what
about
I'm saying.
retaining a nigga.
Not even
That's why I said
retaining.
I'm talking
retaining
about
as in
getting
fucking
That's
a
niggas.
baseline, but that's
Fucking a
when you
nigga.
start off. That's when
That's
you
what I'm saying.
start off.
Fucking a nigga, I can agree to that.
The-
If you
the
just
found-
saying like to fuck a nigga, I can agree with
I'm
that
just
wholeheartedly.
even to get a like.
But I'm saying,
But
but
what we
we
just
still
established-
need a checklist on how to approach a man and how to be
No,
that
y'all
man's
don't.
son.
No,
That's what I'm telling
I
you.
think, but we just discussed that
No.
though on the last topic when I said
Right.
I had that mishap with that guy. It was the simple fact that like
He didn't
when
give
you
a fuck about your
exactly
personality.
like
He
when
don't give
when
a
that's
fuck.
the initial mindset of the man, like he already decides who he wants you to be
So
and
look,
how.
she could have been
before he
a
even
terrible
approaches
person.
you.
She could have a badass
talking
attitude.
He would
never
she
even
could be
known
unloyal.
that.
She
I
could
don't
be-
know. Maybe
she
I need
look,
to
she
start
could have
dating
been
y'all
dirty.
young
Hold on.
kids.
She-
No.
She could
You're
be
on
dirty
the
as
point.
fuck.
You
She could
have
be.
a
That's what I'm
point.
saying. How old are y'all again? 20?
21.
No, that's
Look,
not.
I
That's
need to
not
go
a
on
factor
to the
because
younger
I think the
fishbowl
experience
then,
levels are for
'cause
real. Like
These
I get
men
what
my
you're
age
saying.
is just shit.
No,
Like, getting
no,
up to
it's
27.
period.
What we saying is she
Your
could- she-
age
hold
and
on,
our
hold
age
on.
is not that
She-
different.
she
when it
No,
could've
comes
it's
to the
really
men.
not.
She could've
Because
been
I
a
had a
total
dude that was
thought.
like almost 30.
Like
It's the same when their mindsets are fixated a certain way, but when before they even approach
They don't
you,
care how the
that's
woman
that's
is.
that's the baseline. That's always gonna be.
what
And that's
we
why it
saying
never
is
goes
She
nowhere.
could have been a total thought.
And you
She could
gave
have
the
had
entire
horrible
package.
hygiene. She could have been wrong in every way. You
And
won't
they'll
know
still
what.
fuck.
he still would have got her. Why? Cause she just looks good.
To be in a relationship?
No,
No,
you
some men don't always
fixated on the
approach it that
relationship.
way.
I'm
That's
saying
why it's up
to
to
start
us as
talking to
women.
her, to fuck her.
That's
to
what I'm
get-
saying. That's
like,
what I was asking. I said to physically fuck. I'm thinking about relationship now. If you're saying,
Like-
that's why I say I agree. If you're just saying
But
like as a
Actually,
physical
no.
thing.
Same
Let-
with the
let's say
relationship
relationship.
standpoint.
But the
You
way
can
that
No,
but the
still-
way
I'm
that
saying with
it
the
sounds,
same
still get a
relationship.
dildo.
I got a man that I was talking to that no matter how good of a woman I am, because of my job discretion, a man still was like, nah, because you're a dancer or
It's
whatever.
like
It's
that,
like,
though.
He
so that's what I'm
still
saying. That's
got
why I was
with
like,
you.
where he,
that's why I
that
say it
he's
just
already
depends.
decided who he. That's what we trying
You've
to say
already
is men already decide who they want you to be before they even like.
Exactly.
Wait, I think I know
Before
what she's
they
stuck
even
on.
get
I think I know what
there.
she's stuck on. We not saying every woman.
Yeah.
We are speaking for the whole. You see what I'm saying? Every
In-
woman
very
is
generally.
uniquely different. Every man is uniquely different. For the whole, if we take 100 men and 100 women, these 100 men have to understand women to a certain extent
Yeah.
to get these women.
To
I'm not
fuck
saying
them.
they perfectly know these
That's
women.
basically yes.
Yeah,
To
I'm
fuck
saying
them.
to a
That's
certain
the first level for
to,
a man.
yeah, to a certain
Then
extent.
when he- then
when he
you
can't
have-
get
hold on,
that-
Hold on,
Walk
hold on,
into
y'all. To a certain extent, you probably gotta
Bougie
have
nigga dick
some
size.
type of. You probably gotta have some
Some
type
of
of
them are, some
game.
of them
You
are.
probably gotta have some type of knowledge.
Can't
You
you
gotta
be
have
fine?
some
But either
type
way
of
it
something.
goes-
Hold on, y'all. Hold
Okay,
on.
I'm sorry.
You gotta have some type of knowledge on the dating market of women to be
Okay.
able to get women.
Yes.
As a woman, you don't have to know
Because
shit.
it's he who seeks a good woman.
You
The
have to
nigga
think
still
exactly.
gonna
Like
approach you.
he's already. You saying initially the
A
women
nigga, but
women
what
are
about
conditioned for
the
that.
nigga you want.
Okay,
Let's talk about you talking about niggas in
alright.
general, but
But
the
that's
niggas
he's
that you
breaking
want.
down
We
the
got
basis
something
of the.
for that. We got
but-
something
of
for
the-
that.
yeah.
Niggas in like say
Finna be
like
9
you,
o'clock, y'all. I gotta go shake my ass.
yeah, all right, man, we
I have
finna
to
wrap
go
it
to
up.
work.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you cannot know shit about Jemiah over there. Just cause you look good, Jemiah still get your number and chop it up with you and take you down. If I try to come up to her and I approach her wrong or whatever, it don't matter how good I look. If something about me turns her off, I fucked up my approach or some way, she not gonna give me her number. That's the difference. I still get your number even if you approach me wrong. Cause I'm like, yeah, I already established it in my head. This not finna be my girl. She bogus as fuck.
But if I can fuck,
I'm
I'm fuck.
still gonna fuck. Like that's what we saying. I have to know you to a certain extent. I gotta lay the game down to a certain extent. You don't.
It all.
You don't.
Like that's why do you think the percentage of women walking up to men is drastically
That's
different from
look,
men
and
walking
this
up
ain't
to
my
women?
conversation to be on, cause this how I got my last relationship. I walked up to that man,
But
got
no.
the date stamped on me.
But
you
listen.
put in these coordinates. That's
Right.
where I walked up
But
to him.
listen
But
to
I
what
understand.
just
That's what I'm like.
said.
I'm just.
The percentage is what I
I get
said.
what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
like
I
an
feel like I
experimental
can't
type
talk on
deal.
a lot of these
How
points
many
because I'm
niggas-
very off the wall on
Right.
certain
Nah,
things.
you
So
can
it's
talk
like
on it too. Cause look,
when
how
you just
many-
like
you
most
got a
women, I'm
point,
like, well,
though.
I'm not like most
how many
women. I
niggas
walk
you
up to
did
my
that
man
to
if I like what I
versus
see,
how
I'm
many
gonna get
niggas
it.
approach you. I can guarantee you. I can put money on more niggas approach you than you approach them.
But it ain't the ones that I want.
Facts. I'm not
Exactly.
saying that.
Nah, we're not
Facts.
saying-
I
right.
know 90% of
But he
niggas
just saying
bogus.
in general,
I'm
whether
just
they
saying in
attractive or
general.
not, but they
Yeah,
just they
'cause
gonna
men are
shoot it.
men. Like
That's what we
That's
saying.
what he. That's what the
And
They
flag
don't know
okay.
shit about you.
And that's
They
what
don't
it
know
is.
shit about you.
But they
that's
They
why
have
I
a
said
general
I can
understanding of how to
understand and I
approach
can
women. Yeah.
agree with you to that certain extent. Like you said,
Yeah.
earlier you can agree with on some of my points.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that point, but others, not so much.
All right, look, y'all. We don't want to keep her too long. So look, we gonna leave it for y'all too. Do y'all got any questions or last thoughts or whatever before we wrap up?
Damn, that's like very general. Like
Hey,
this
yeah,
is
it,
a
it,
juicy
it,
ass
it don't gotta be
conversation.
shit. Yeah, it don't gotta be shit we talked about.
Oh, okay.
It can, like any questions you got on how we view some, any questions you got on men in general, any questions you got on anything, like any last thoughts or remarks y'all want to throw out.
Dang, man, I think one day y'all should revisit and like continue to touch
Yeah.
on the topic, bro. Cause it's,
Yeah,
it's
like, what-
definitely
Because
we-
I got a lot to speak on how a woman feels with a man.
Shit, we
'Cause
go.
we talked
like,
a lot
look,
about the
this what
women.
we'll do.
But I feel like we need to do the other way around so we can see what y'all's questions, well, answers are towards the women or whatever. What
Okay.
do you think that
We can do that.
women want? And we can
I'ma
express to
text
you
y'all
what we
after
really
this.
want.
We gonna like same way we did it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna see when y'all free, what times. We gonna get everything lined up, and we'll do a part 2, us 4.
all right.
Like so, y'all now y'all know what to expect. So whatever questions y'all like wanna,
I just
like,
want to
write
get the
down or
peaceful
whatever.
kumbaya of this
Yeah.
conversation.
No, that's what we
There
were
is
saying.
a solution.
That's what we were saying beforehand. Like
Hey,
a
it
lot
ain't
of
no
shit.
solution
Yeah,
to this shit.
a lot,
It
a lot of
is,
shit
bro.
we were saying beforehand
It's
that we
broken.
might disagree
It's
on.
a broke. It's
It's
a
a
brokenness,
it's a
but when
piece.
you
That's why
you
I asked
have
when I came
it's a
in. I was like,
base.
"What's the questions?"
it's
on
an
this? I would have known it was
umbrella
gonna be
of
about
hella
this. This is
topics.
triggering
The
me.
thing is,
I'm getting
relationships
triggered.
are multi-dimensional, very intimate things. That's why people got to start thinking.
Like that's why
It's
I
a
made
piece
It's
of
never
life.
that
that's why I
simple.
made
You
this
never put it back
podcast
together,
because
Jesus,
I
that's so
know that
pessimistic.
people got so many different views on everything.
Yes.
That's why I made this podcast because I know as men we do things y'all don't approve of, and as women y'all do things we don't approve of. That's why I made this. Let's come together. Let's sit down. Let's communicate in a proper way. We're not cursing each other out. We're not being disrespectful. Let's like articulate what ways can we be better as men. What ways can y'all be better as women. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So look, then what we gonna do. I'm gonna text y'all as soon as we get done with this, as soon as we wrap everything up, and we're gonna see whenever we can do it the next time. Whenever y'all free, I'm gonna make time for it, and we gonna take it from there.
For sure that.
All
For
right,
sure that.
everything cool. All right, look, y'all say y'all social media, whatever things y'all wanna throw out again, and we'll leave it at that. So y'all can say social media handles,
Yeah.
shit, whatever y'all wanna promote, anything, like put it out there, and we'll take it from there. We'll go. All right, we go star.
Sorry, you can go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Y'all finna say it.
You can follow me on Instagram at weluvstarrr. So it's LUVSTARR. Y'all can find me that way. Also, anything I said pertaining to my job, this does not reflect directly my job, any organization that I'm affiliated with.
Matter of fact, you want to do this? You want me to cut out what job you said?
Slick, cause
Yeah, I can beat that out.
you can be, yeah,
All
low
right,
key,
cool, I'll
little
do
bit,
that,
little
I'll do
bit.
that,
But
I'll
yeah,
do
follow me and be on the lookout for my new podcast.
Yes, sir, Ski. What's gonna be the name? If you already got a name, it's straight.
It's called Her Moment of Truth.
Okay,
That's good.
I'm gonna definitely put that in there.
Right.
So go say whatever you want to say.
It's 901 Food Star, aka the Food Porn Star. I had to edit that one because it was a little bit too explicit. Once my daughter started saying it, was kind of like, whoa. But yeah, Justice on Instagram, just being Justice, all underscore, just being me type shit. Yeah, we out of here.
Yes, sir, Ski.
It was cool.
Yes, sir, Ski. All right, y'all,
see
we're
y'all
gonna wrap
next
it up. Come, hey, we're gonna do this same group on the next time. We're gonna do a part 2 next time. All right, y'all, check back in on the next episode of the Don't Be a Viking podcast. I appreciate y'all tapping in. For sure, Ski. Yes, sir.